we're gonna start talking. There's a lot of things that we can talk about. Honestly, I'm really excited for this. This feels like the first official, like, real Savage podcast. We got the homie John Pond 09. We got Big Man Culture in this bitch. Jordan just hit his 1 year anniversary, so props to my boy. I don't know how long. I feel like Coach has been doing this for a minute, bro, and you just not as consistent. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I feel like you've been doing this longer than
Hey,
Jordan.
we ain't even got through the
Bro,
intro. Really?
I'm being real, bro.
Come
We
on,
being
dude.
real. I'm not even trying to be on your dick. I'm just being real, dog. But like, again, you have your own set of experience as well. You were texting me talking about like, oh, I want to fucking. I'm not holding back. There's a lot I want. Like, bro, this is the time. This is the place for it. Me and Jordan were talking about it on his stream, where it's like, bro, there's a lot I could say. I've been wanting to say, but I didn't know kind of the right like format to put it or like how to go about it. And so when he was talking about his 1 year anniversary and like wanting to do a video on it and like his take on being a YouTuber and consistency and like it honestly just kind of melded together and was like, bro, this is totally like, let's just do a fucking podcast. Let's do it all together. So here we are.
Here we are.
Damn, Jordan, you're supposed to say something, bro. Like, come on, man. Congrats on the
Oh,
1 year. Like,
I thought you had some. I don't know. I thought you were gonna like ask a question or something. Okay, my
nah,
bad.
I was kind of letting
No,
you
I
do your thing.
appreciate. No, I appreciate it. Yeah. So yesterday was my official 1 year anniversary on YouTube, and the 1 year anniversary stream went terrible, but that's neither here nor there. Um, but it's I've learned a lot over the past year. I've tried to be as consistent as I could. I mean, I'm kind of fortunate in that right now I've got just a regular 9 to 5 job. I don't work weekends or holidays, so I've got a very consistent schedule now, which makes it easy to be consistent. Well, it makes it easier. I mean, really, and anybody that's tried to be a content creator or is a content creator knows that it's not easy every day hitting that go live button. I mean, I'm live on average over the past year. I've been live 6 days, average of 6 days a week.
Mm.
And it was really only until the last like maybe 4 or 5 months that I started taking a day off of stream. When I first started, I was streaming pretty much every single day. And about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I realized like I just can't keep doing this with the full-time job and everything. It's just too draining. It's too draining, and the stream quality like suffers. You get, and personally, I just got into like a worse mental frame of mind just streaming every single day, and not taking enough time for myself. So I mean, um, I think I have a good schedule now, and some people probably say even having a full-time job and streaming 6 days a week is too much. But outside of this and work, I don't
Yeah.
really have a life, so it's easier to do. It's easier to manage.
No.
Um, but it's not easy going live every day. I mean, it's not like, as much as I like pride myself in trying to be as consistent as I can. I mean, there's definitely days where I would just rather vibe in somebody else's stream or just like not even do
Mm-hmm.
it. But I just kind of push myself, like, because I've seen the result of, if you're not consistent, what that means for you on YouTube. I don't know about Kick or Twitch or whatnot, but on YouTube, if you are not, like, YouTube really expects you to stream like a robot. They really do. If you miss a
Mm-hmm.
day, 2 days, like, they're like, nah, you're out, dog. You're
The
done. Like, we're
algorithm
not
takes it
recommending you.
away.
Like,
Yup.
oh, you took 3 days off. I'm sorry, we can't recommend you anymore for like at least the next week until you show us that you're like back on it. That's how it feels, at least for me. I don't know. I mean, Nate has probably a better understanding of how all that works, but
Oh no, for sure. And it's crazy. Like as you're talking, it's really starting to open my mind up of like, holy shit, how long we could end up sitting here and talking. Because like there's so many dynamics of like, holy fuck. Like I'm really starting to think now and just like, because I haven't really like sat down and start to think about this. But there's so many different things that my brain instantly went to just over the like little bit that you just said. Like we could talk about, you're talking about consistency, being live 6 days a week. Some people would say that's too much with work, going live, going live, going live. The YouTube algorithm taking that away, and it's like you could talk about that, or you could talk about the fact that like that's not even necessarily right. And that was something that I fucked up on for a long time, you know, and it was something that I actually had to swallow my pride on a lot. And I'm definitely not as consistent as I need to be as far as videos. Because at the end of the day, YouTube is a video platform. It's becoming a streamer friendly platform, and it's been, you know, been getting worked on the last couple of years. Google kind of was like, oh shit, this can make a lot of money. This is becoming very popular. You know, Twitch took off, and then, you know, we had Mixer trying to come out. Like everybody was trying to compete, right? And YouTube started trying to become a streamer platform, but at the end of the day, it's not. And to just go live, as hard as it is to go live because of that mental stress, like when you're live, it's there's obviously so many different dynamics that are different than just like posting a video. You don't have to deal with the live facade or front or vibes or anything at all. It's just if you're in a bad, you can be in a bad mood, edit a video that has good vibes, whatever, and post that video, and chat won't know the difference, right? Versus seeing someone live and seeing how their reactions, interactions with chat, gameplay, everything. You can feel the mood of the streamer, right? But at the same time, as hard as it can be to go live, it can be extremely difficult to be consistent with videos and to be teaching you because there's not a lot. I mean, it's not like some course you can follow or some educational system. It's all self-taught. You can go watch videos and shit, but that's also self-motivation, right? And just going live, strictly just going like I'm honestly surprised at where my channel has become just from streaming primarily for so long, because that's not what you should be doing. And what you started doing with shorts is like huge. I think that's a big part of why you're growing at the rate that you are, um, with where YouTube is at now, because just going live is not enough for YouTube. It's not. At the end of the day, it's not. I had big, very intelligent people talk to me, and that again, like this is where I had to swallow my pride, where it's like, nah, I've been doing this for so long, like I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And I was streaming for 15 hours a day, like on some dumb shit, you know. And I had people like Big E and Pornhub, even though I don't really, you know, get along with Pornhub now, but like there's just because you don't get along with someone doesn't mean something that they haven't told you is truth, right? He has a very successful YouTube channel. He has a he knows what he's doing, and you have to be posting videos. You have to be doing that. And this is like again where I say there's so much we can talk about, because like what you kind of mentioned on your stream when we were talking about this on YouTube is like, what does it take to be a content creator? How difficult it really is. You know what I mean? Because it's all self-driven. It's all self-motivation. And if you're not posting, and this is like again, I kind of want to bring. I'm going. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm not trying to take all like just be the only one talking, but it's my brain moves so fast. Like this is what I kind of want to talk to Culture about too, or like bring up a question to him because um you know, like what you're saying about what it takes to really be a content creator, I feel like the defining factor or like line in that is, are you doing it as a hobby or are you doing it because you want it to be something one day? And like respectfully, Culture, for a long time, because like I've known you want like the longest over a lot of people, like a lot of people that switched up like over the years, lost people, fucking people clout chasing, like spreading lies on your name, all kinds of dumb shit. You've like been for real one of the few, very few people that have stuck around, that's been around for like 4 fucking plus years. Like I really do have a lot of love for you. And it feels like you've been like, I wasn't trying to come at you sideways at the start. Like I really wasn't. It feels like you've been doing this for a long time, but it felt like you were just doing it like a hobby. Like it never really came off as like you were trying to do anything serious. You weren't really consistent with anything. You know what I mean? So it's like, where and if were you are you trying to take this seriously? Like where did you start trying to take it seriously? When did you know what I'm
In
saying?
the beginning, I take it as like a just a regular hobby, whatever like that. I was like, it's just streaming, it's just YouTube, but I don't really care about that.
Damn, that was so simplistic, bro. He's like one and done. He's like,
No,
it's
no, no,
just a
no, my bad,
hobby.
my bad, my bad. No,
He's like, it's just a
I,
hobby,
I
bro.
mean, I think you can be a
I heard that.
content
I was
creator.
hearing that echo real quick. That's why I was like, I had to do something real quick. But so it was really. I took it first as a hobby, whatever like that. I was like, okay, I'm just streaming with the homies, whatever like that. I'm just talking shit with Geo, talking shit with Nate. It was like around the time I think I had like what 5 subs, bro, or 10 or whatever like that at the time, bro.
It was
And
years
it
ago,
was picking it
bro.
up, bro. Then no, like yeah, like then Nate and Geo they shouted me out, whatever like that. I didn't think nothing really of it, bro. Then like I still took it as a hobby though when like Gio gave me like a background shit like that, whatever like that, and I told him, bro, I could pay him back, whatever like that, because I just started having a job because I think I was like what?
Fuck, 16 back then, 17, bro.
Oh, I was like I just started like what junior year of high school, so like I didn't take nothing serious around that time. I
Mm.
didn't take like literal nothing like relationships, nothing like that serious for real. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I was still just taking it as a hobby, whatever, like that. Then COVID happened. Boom. I
Mm.
was like, fuck it. This is when like I actually started taking it as like a job, whatever, like that part time job. Even though I had like another 9 to 5, whatever, like that. So I was like, fuck it. Then um, I started going up, whatever, like that, and I immediately stopped at like what 200 subs, whatever, like that. 200, whatever. No, it wasn't 200. It was like 100 and something. Yeah, it was like 100 or something. That's when like I just stopped immediately for some reason. I don't know how.
I do
Um,
remember that now that you bring it up. Like you just stopped out of nowhere. Like I didn't see anything come
yeah,
like
it was like
notice on your shit.
yeah, nah, because it was because I had to remember, bro. I'm a student at the end of the day, and I still got to graduate.
Mm.
So like I had to be mindful of that. So I had to stop doing that. And I still had to make sure like I graduate or whatever like that. Then I think it was like senior year, bro. I ain't take the beginning of it because like how freedom I had because like it's still COVID time. So my grades started dropping like that. So I said, fuck it. I gotta like stop doing what I'm doing on YouTube, bro. Take time from that and just do this real quick. So when I graduated from high school, whatever like that, I think I was like around 200 or something like that. Yeah, 200. Then that's when I had more time, whatever like that. So I just started posting, streaming, whatever like that. Started doing shorts, whatever. I didn't do really good on shorts, whatever like that. So I didn't really give a fuck. But I just still kept being consistent like that. So I was like seeing like 100 views to like 200, whatever like that. Then I think I had like a blockage the second I hit like 300. I think yeah, every month, bro. I'd be lucky if I go up like 8. So I was like, fuck it. But what really took I say a turn though for me, because like I told Jordan this the other, like, it was like a while ago. But when he started and he just shot up in like subs or whatever like that, I was like, damn, like
Mm.
that could have been me for real type shit. So I was like, okay, no, like that has like that
No,
could
no,
have been me.
I know what you're saying, and
Like,
it's
I was like, okay, yeah, because like what a couple months or so, bro, he went from 100 to fucking 500. Then he shot up to 700, and I was like, damn, like I envied the fuck out of that. Like I didn't hate bro, because like I still got love for Jordan to this day. I was just like, damn, if I really could have had a good start and like actually took the shit serious like he did, bro, um I could have been at like 1K by now and like got monetized shit like that, had like ad revenue, whatever like that. And I just didn't take this shit serious for real. So I was just like, okay, cool. It was like at a certain point though, I couldn't say I don't know the right word for it because it's not. I was definitely envious of Jordan. I can definitely say that I was definitely envious of Jordan because like I was like, damn, that could have been me for real. But
It's interesting you bring that line of thought up because it's like I instantly think of Owl when you say that. Like
right,
I've known
it was just
Owl
like
for 2 years, a year and a half, and look at him, bro. He's popping. He's averaging 300-400 viewers, 500 viewers. He's got like 50K subs now, some shit. Bro, we used to be the same size. Like we were 6-7K subs together, and it's like what you said that's different from my train of thought where it's like honestly this is something I'm still struggling with even like oh if I had took it that serious like I could have been where Jordan's at. I could have been like close to 1K whatever. Like bro, I was taking it that serious. I was streaming fucking 12 plus and at that then it's like you have to look within instead of like letting all that anger and envy kind of take hold It definitely did for a while. Like I was just fucking pissed for so long. Like what the fuck am I doing wrong? And that's kind of like
Right.
where like some of the guys like Big E were telling me like some of the shit like it's not just streaming. Like streaming 10 plus hours a day is not only extremely unhealthy, but it's not the right way to go about it at all. And so it's like, and the other thing too, at the end of the day, like that I keep having to remind myself or other creators that help creators that I follow on like Twitter, etc., whatever, is that everybody grows at their own pace, bro. Like it's kind of some fruity gay shit, whatever, like cliche advice, but it's true, bro. Like everybody grows at their own pace, and I really had to accept that and kind of just move on from there because it's like we look at guys like you, like Jordan, and you got. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't even know how many subs you got right now. I'm not gonna lie, but like we got Jordan pushing the K. I got a little over 10K. Dobbsy's taking a break because it's a personal shit. Owl over there, Robo. Like I really stopped looking at numbers to a degree in the sense of friends. Like obviously I'm aware of my own numbers and at the end of the day, like how I started trying to have to look at it is like, what am I doing wrong for my numbers to be this way? How do I get my numbers up and stop making it a comparison or about this person or about this person? Because again, there's so much we could get into in like different aspects of, like clout chasing and fucking different sizes and channels and things like that. Because like obviously I'm not gonna hit up Nick Merckx and be like, yo, you want to play? Like I'm not on his level. He's not gonna fucking play with me. I'm nobody. So
Yeah.
it's in the sense of like, if I fuck with you, if I know you, I don't care about sides, because that was like, again, like I was bringing up Jordan, like the 5K meme jokes and the 10K Nate joke. Like it was memes, bro, but it was like that shit was low key annoying because I didn't give a fuck. And this is something like too, you were extremely respectful in the beginning, like not trying to self promo. Like we had already been friends for a minute, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, bro, I don't care because like you saw how I was towards like viewers like coming in. I didn't know who the fuck they were, and they was just trying to drop links and shout outs, and it's like, bro, I don't know you. I know you. I'm not. I don't. If I know you, I don't give a fuck. In the sense of like, oh, I'm gonna ego this streamer because he's not on my level. I'm gonna play with him because that's my boy, bro. It's the same thing with culture. It's the same thing, for Maz's streaming now as a hobby. Like, I'm not gonna not play with him because I'm gonna give him clout. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's and like I'm very aware that like I'm not even that large. I'm still very in the growing phase. But that's again why I have you look at like people like Owl. I have so much respect for him. He's never switched up on me. He's always been the same. He's always, showed support, showed love, still plays with me, when our schedules align, whatever. So it's like there's so much different shit that goes into content creation, obviously. But me and Coach have been talking for a minute. I'm sure there's a lot you're trying to say, Jordan, right now.
Well, like there's a lot more than just taking it seriously that is gonna get you success on YouTube because like you were
Hmm.
saying, you were looking
Hmm.
at Owl and it's like, yeah, you were taking streams seriously.
Yo.
And it's also super easy to look at other creators, especially that are around your size, that that are your homies or whatever, that you guys are kind of coming up together. And then you can look at them and say, okay, they should shut up. I mean, even when Culture was talking, I was like immediately, like that person for me is Ryan. Like me and Ryan were like around the same channel size. And
Damn.
as soon as Apex came out with customs, this man shot up like 300 subs in like 3 weeks. And I didn't take custom seriously, so I was taking streaming seriously. I was taking my channel seriously. I was still being consistent, but I didn't think customs had the potential that it did. I just didn't see it. And Ryan was on it from day one. Day one, all he was doing was customs, customs, customs. And by the time I even got into it, it's like, yeah, I got some growth from customs, but I was late to the party. So, like, if you're not an innovator, like, you can miss one thing on YouTube, and then you've missed the boat, and then somebody's left you behind, so to speak. But I mean, I just want to say it's super easy to compare yourself to other people on YouTube because there's literally a number associated with your name. You go
Yep.
to youtube.com/johnpano9, you're gonna see a number there. Boom, how many subscribers? You go to Nate Savage, how many subscribers? Like everybody's got a number.
Hmm.
So it's almost like, in society, it's normal to compare ourselves to our friends and like, oh, okay, well, he has this job or he drives this car or whatever. But on YouTube, it's like, no, you got an actual like
Literal
number. Like this
number.
is
It's
your
a
number.
number. Yeah.
And then when you do a stream, it's like, okay, this is how many views you got. It's a number. Like it's an exact number. It tells everybody
Mm.
unless you make it private. Okay, well he got 124 views on this stream. He got 200. He got 2,000 views on this stream. So it's so easy to compare yourself, and it's so easy to get lost in that, and I mean, I was jealous of Ryan when that first happened. I'll be honest, like, cause I'm like, bro, we were like
I feel like
15
jealousy,
subs apart.
but like it's gonna happen naturally because we're human. It's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because like
but
I even said it like when I told Ryan not too long ago. It was when customs did come out. I didn't see no benefit into it. I really
I
didn't.
ain't either.
Mm.
It
I
was
missed
just
it.
like because even then, like I told Ryan, I don't even think nobody really take me serious for real. Even if I do start a custom,
But
because
I don't think customs.
Well,
Wait, go ahead.
Well, but here's the thing. He was growing, what he realized is he was growing the wrong type of viewership. I mean, he was doing customs
Mm-hmm.
for a solid month.
Yep.
He got all those 12-year-olds that came into his
Yep.
stream, subscribed just so they could play with the streamers, just so they could do
Mm-hmm.
customs. But yet he didn't really have anybody engaging in his chat. He didn't, and he told me this, so that's why I feel comfortable like saying it, like because I was talking about how he got monetized before me, and he was like, bro, he was like, I've got nobody in my chat. He was like, I come in your chat and it's always moving. My chat is just
Mm-hmm.
dead. He was like, "You're getting more watch hours than me. I've got 2, 3 people watching me. I always come in your chat. You've got more than that, so you're getting more watch hours. So it doesn't matter that I'm monetized if I don't have that engagement that your channel does." He was like, "So once you do get monetized, you'll actually be making more money." Which I mean, we all know, even at 1,000 subs, you're making $15 a month. It's not like it's not going to be like a drastic difference,
Mm-hmm.
but the point is, he spent that month like growing all of these people that don't really care about him. They only cared about playing in the subs or playing in the customs. So, and I mean, I guess that kind of like takes us to like a different topic as well, is like why people support you and what type of support you're gonna have on YouTube versus some other platforms like Kick or Twitch or whatever. Because I was thinking about this earlier this week, is the fact that parasocial relationships go both ways.
Mm.
Like you guys both know
Yeah.
culture. I'm not sure if we talked about this before, but basically, a parasocial relationship is, if you don't know, I'll just explain real quickly for those
you
people
could
that are
explain. I
listening.
don't know what it is.
So basically, a parasocial relationship is the relationship that forms between specifically like a celebrity and their followers. So celebrities are in the limelight, just like streamers are or whatever, and the fans will see intimate parts of their life. So they'll see like where they go to dinner, what type of clothes they're wearing. They'll have see conversations of them, but it's only one-sided. So you're seeing, as a fan, you're seeing the celebrity, the streamer, whoever, you're seeing intimate parts of their life, and you start to know things about them. You know their personality, you know how they would react, certain catchphrases that they'll say. You know a lot about that person, and so you feel kind of like you're friends with them basically. But in the reverse of that, like the celebrity has no idea who you are. They don't know you from Adam. And that happens even in YouTube, even though we all have smaller communities, we engage with the same people day in and day out. They still know a lot more about us than we know about them. Like, yeah, you can
Facts.
get to know your chat, but when
Facts.
they're only like texting, through
Mm.
their chat, they're not. You can't read somebody's body language through a chat. You can't read somebody's
Tone of
day
voice.
through chat, tone of voice. You can learn personality after a while. It's like, Jazzy. Like, we all know Jazzy's personality, and if we met her in person, would that be the same? We know how her personality is
We
in
would
chat.
assume it. I would assume it, right? Like to what you're
We would
saying.
assume it, but like to the same point though, we all have different personalities to some extent off stream, or at least I know I do. Like I'm a lot more quiet than when I'm streaming. So the parasocial relationship goes both ways though, because we and Nate dealt with this with people he was mentioning earlier. We as streamers deal with it as, sometimes I've been guilty of this. Like, you really count on your chat to be your friend. You really count on people in your chat to like have your back in certain situations. But at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, like, they really don't, because what they're telling you in chat may be one thing, but how they really feel is a different thing. And the lines really get blurred when with this type of dynamic where it's like, they're showing up into stream and they're only sharing a limited part of themselves, when as a streamer, like, you're pretty much putting all of it out there. But I don't know. I just had the thought that it goes both ways. A lot of times people, accuse streamers of taking advantage of it because, when it comes to like viewers that like send in money, donos, and all that, or like,
Mm.
girls or whatever, like streamers get accused or celebrities get accused of taking advantage of the parasocial relationship. But it really is a kind of a two-way street because sometimes as streamers we expect more from our communities or at least think that people will behave certain ways and that's really just, kind of a facade.
I think it plays into as well, like what you're saying, where chat only sees a certain side of you and you expect them to have your back. But we have to remember that at the end of the day, as much as it sucks to say, and I think this is the perfect place to say it, right? Like, this is another reason why I think I'm glad I'm doing this on Kick, because this isn't something I would want to say on YouTube. Obviously, anybody watching right now is probably from my YouTube side, community, whatever. And this is in no way intended to be offensive, but at the end of the day, the bottom line is like they don't know you in the way that you're saying. They're not your real friend, because you
Yep.
can be having a bad day. I can be having a really bad day, and something very serious could be going on, and chat just moves on, bro. Like there was very, like, when everything like was going on with my sister, for instance, like there was very few people that was like in my DMs checking up on me that I could see were being different in chat. You know what I mean? Like going easier on trolls, like kind of just like, hey Nate, what's going on? Like being like, and even almost being stricter with chat to a degree. And like, like for you, for sure, you come to mind, Jordan. Like you're one of those people, because I feel like, especially since you started streaming, it's like an instant understand. Like, when not an instant, but when you do it long enough, it's almost like, holy shit, I get it, right? Eventually, it
Yeah.
clicks, and it's like I said, I can be having a really bad day or some shitty stuff going on, and chat can be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry," and then they right back to the same shit. Not, why are you so down? What's going on? Like, oh, I'm just trying to have fun. Why are you being sensitive all of a sudden? Excuse me. Why are you acting different? Like, isn't this the savage chat and da da da? And then you just start getting all this bull, and somehow you go from being the one in uh I feel like turmoil is like a bit exaggerative, but like you go from being the one uh dealing with current trauma, however you want to say it, to somehow now it's your fault, and now you're supposed to make them feel better when you're like, it's like, what the like, how does it become that? Like, my little sister could literally die, she's in the hospital, I don't know what's going on, but now somehow it's my fault and my responsibility to make you guys feel better, when I'm the fact that I'm even live is like hard enough. Like, what? And it's kind of like an eye opener, like you were saying, where you really see and kind of like that dynamic changes, and it's, you can definitely be close with your community, but again, this is like where, like you look at people like Dreamo, bro, people like Matt, like the OGs that, oh, I fuck with your vibes, bro, like I'm always gonna be around, like I'm gonna be there when you make it big, da da da, and it's like, where the fuck, I haven't seen those guys in a year plus, bro, like I don't even know where you are, so it's like, and then Chad gets mad at you when it's like, oh, we're not
Right.
your real friend, and it's like, we're not, it's like,
Right.
and it's like, bro, like I'm not trying to be a dick, yes I appreciate you, like yes I fuck, but you could be gone and I would never know. I wouldn't know. It's that parasocial shit you're talking about. If I don't go live, chat knows. If I don't go live and I'm gone for a week, oh, where the fuck is Nate? What happened? What's going on? Why isn't Nate streaming? Go live, ho! Go live, loser!
Well, and if they disappear for 2 weeks, they don't owe you an explanation when they come
No,
back. I
it's
mean,
it's
some people
whatever.
might feel like they have to give
When
one, but at
I
the end
know
of the
when like
day, like,
Nate, he just doesn't streams, bro, for like a week or something. I know he's just going through something mentally, bro. He just need like a mental break. So like I'm not feeling like DM or something like that. I might check up on him and see like if he's doing okay. But like I just say like, okay, he just needs like a mental break, bro. I'm not feeling like text him or whatever like that. Just let him be.
yeah, I mean, I mean, I can count on less than one hand, like the amount, like if I stopped streaming tomorrow and I didn't stream for a month, I could probably count on one hand how many people would reach out and be like, yo, JP, is everything okay? Like, you haven't been live in 2 weeks, I could count that on one hand, the people that would reach out on Discord.
Yeah, that's like even that statement alone, like I feel like that just kind of for so many people. But it's like for me, I feel, and this is another thing too, where I feel like being a streamer for me is very difficult because I am empathetic, extremely, and it's like I'm not gonna lie, it almost went over my head too. But I had to like bring it back down and like really think about that statement and how much like severity that really has, where it's holy shit, that's really what it's like. Like you could stop streaming for a month and count on one hand the amount of people that would text you. Like that's crazy. And you think about what you were just saying about with Ryan, like all these people in your chat. And I mean, same shit, bro. I see it. Like props to you. Like for real. You're a growing content creator, but you definitely as a small creator, you definitely have a small core community that enjoys watching you. That's always there, and you do a great job of being entertaining and doing your thing. Like, bro, I don't just pause my anime for anybody, bro. But like, and I'm gonna be honest, that other night,
I appreciate
that I was literally gonna like come say hi with like, it's Jordan. I gotta go say what's up, and I was gonna go back to my. And I was having such a good time and vibing. I literally like just stayed. I ended up being in your chat for like the next fucking couple hours. Like I didn't even know what was going on. So it's like, with that being said, even with that core audience, your statement still holds truth. Where it's like, oh, this amount of people would be who really reaches out, and it's like, it's just kind of the shitty side of being a streamer. Of it is what it is, and it's something that people don't get unless they attempt to be a streamer and really passionately pursue it and experience it. It's just like, oh, you just sound unappreciative, or you sound like a dick. And it's
Well, I mean, I think it's something probably that even gets worse with the more numbers. I mean, yeah, I have a small core community, like you said, but I mean, like your core community is, double, triple the size, like of people that are there every day, lurking or whatever that deal with your content. But I would venture to say that even if you stop streaming for a month, it'd be 5 people. If Owl stopped streaming for a month, it'd be maybe 10 people. But when you were just saying how he had 500, and I'm not saying anything negative about Owl here. I'm just using him as an example of, even though there's more people, you have more numbers, that doesn't mean that people really care about you more. It really doesn't. Like, they care about your content, they enjoy watching your content, but that doesn't mean that they care about you as a person, and that's like, you can't even expect them to, you know.
And I think that's part of what makes it hard as well, like with friends, where the people I was talking about earlier, um, where it's like, when you meet people in chat and you end up kind of becoming friends with them from chat perspective or other avenues. But if you meet them online, right, like gaming, you're a gamer, and then they figure out that you're a streamer, it's like that dynamic instantly changes and it becomes different because it's like, oh, I got a pass. I didn't meet him in chat. Oh, I already knew Nate. I do what the fuck I want. And then it's confusing and it's very difficult to deal with because, again, it's almost like being a streamer, being a creator, people's feelings towards you change unless you truly know them, um, outside of stream, And like Culture is a great example. Like I knew him before I even started streaming, before I even wanted like started trying to like. I known Culture for a minute. He's always just been my boy. It's not like I knew Culture from streaming or from, you know, being in chat, whatever. Like I just knew Culture and Brandon as well. Like Brandon, I met around the same time as Culture, and like I'm going to his fucking wedding in November. And how many times you seen Brandon in chat? You know what I'm saying? I almost never see Brandon, but I know that's one of the realest motherfuckers I have. Like that's a real homie right there. You know what I mean? But he's not like he doesn't feel obligated to be in my chat to show support. He knows I know I fuck with him. He knows I know he fucks with me. You know what I mean? So it's like like now that I'm thinking about it, honestly, I think you're one of the few people that I can say I've really formed a genuine connection with or like friendship with that I met as a viewer. Like there's very few people that I could say like maybe three people that I could say I've met from a viewer perspective that have kind of developed into real friendships. But then even again, like what with what happened in your chat, like I question the severity of some of those few people. to be honest. Like what you like when you and Ashton were talking about some of the shit that y'all were talking about, and even just the way she was talking to me about some of the stuff, and it was like, dude, like I said it repeatedly, and that's why and I'm okay saying it here publicly because it happened publicly on your stream, but it was like, dude, I repeatedly was trying to make a point that like it was not funny to me. It wasn't a joke anymore. Like the shit, like I knew you weren't trolling. I knew you were being serious, right? And it was like the way you were talking about relationships and girls, like everybody knows, like you said, chat knows our personal lives to a degree. Like I have a lot of problems with connection, like genuine connection to people, especially in a romantical sense, and girls and stuff. And then like she just kept going, and she just like kept pushing that button, that joke, and it was like, dude, like this hurts, this hurts, and
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that, I'm on kick, so I can say this, but like how much of it was just like her being from a viewer perspective, like I don't know, but it's like that kind of shit. I feel like it's exactly what we're talking about.
Well, it's tough to tell, like when you're just in chat too. Like, I mean, sometimes it's hard to, because I didn't even realize that she was getting to you that much. Like, I knew she was kind of pushing it, and I said, what I had to say about it, but I didn't realize you were getting that upset until you already got like over the line where it's like, okay, well now I obviously know like Nate's pissed. But it's hard to tell, like in chat, like how serious people are about stuff, or I mean
That's fair.
people it's just hard to read. And like, yeah, you could read that I wasn't trolling just because if I would have said what I said in chat, like it would have been,
That's
you
fair.
might have been
Mm.
like, oh well, Jordan's actually trolling me too, but because you could like read my like inflection and all that in my voice, like you could tell I wasn't trolling. So
Mm.
I don't know, I mean it's just hard to get your point across sometimes. But I mean, I think there's like a bit of that that's like, people just don't really care. It's like the internet, people are used to going into like a live chat or like leaving a comment on YouTube or social media and engaging with people that they don't really know. And so they
Mm.
can make jokes, they can do whatever, and they're hiding behind the screen. At the end of the day, nobody knows who they really are. Nobody's gonna do anything to them in real life. But one thing that's unique about like the YouTube communities, especially the live stream communities, whether it's Apex or other games or even other, I mean, there's whole other communities about like anything you can think of on YouTube, and these people are regularly meeting in live streams, learning about each other, and the more that you know about somebody, the easier it is to cut them down. That's the dark side, quote unquote, of it. Is like Ashlyn knows that you have that vulnerability.
Mm.
And so yeah, the same thing that makes it funnier to joke and meme about, the
Mm.
band memes and all that, or
Yeah.
what makes the band memes so good is the fact that there's like some truth to them, and people know that that's gonna upset you a little bit. And uh, that's the tough thing, because when you're online and you're just talking to strangers, like you can go as hard as you want, but unless somebody really knows you, they can't really cut you down. Like, Diablo, when Diablo was getting into it with
Mm.
Culture on Discord, it's like, I mean, if that was just some random person saying that to Culture, I know he wouldn't get upset because it's like, okay, well, whatever.
They
I
don't
ain't
know
gonna lie.
But
It
like,
was I'll be for real. If it was like a random person saying that shit to me, bro, you're getting blocked. Respectfully, you're just automatically just getting blocked. Like
yeah,
I'm not arguing about it, nothing like that. But it was like I got pissed. 'Cause I was like, just like I had to like do it like separately later on. Like after I put my thoughts into it. Like I had to call Nate and I had to call Diablo about it because I was like, even though Nate was joking about it, I just like I'm streaming. Y'all trying to make fun of me about like me not playing with y'all, bro. It's just I don't like that shit. It just like
no, 100%. I mean, you handled it well. I'd have been pissed if you said something about. First off, if you don't even have the balls to stream yourself, and then you're gonna come at me for having two viewers, like, bitch, that's two more viewers than you have because you're too self conscious to even stream. You have a couple
it's
bad games,
like
you rage
I
quit.
was
Like that's where I'm at. Like, how dare
can
you
I tell
say
you,
about
bro,
my two viewers?
it took me a couple hours to calm the fuck down, bro. Afterwards, so I was like, I didn't even want to play Apex after that shit, bro. 'Cause that shit pissed me off that much.
Right.
It's I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. But like, I ain't gonna put his business out there because that's not my place to do that. It's just like with your situation, what you got going on, you telling me your situation and shit. Don't ever come at me sideways about that shit. And you talking to me crazy, whatever. Yeah, you could talk to these niggas like that, but I'm not one of them people that you could just talk to. Yeah, we talk shit or whatever, but don't call me out my fucking name. Like that shit cool.
Right. I
There's
mean,
definitely.
and Nate was talking about it earlier too. As a smaller streamer, like Nate can like decide to not invite somebody's invite and people like respect it. They're like, okay, well, he's streaming, he's got 20, 30, whatever people watching. They're going to understand when he doesn't accept their invite. But like if it's me and you and we're like, oh no, I'm just going to ignore that invite or whatever. And even if you don't say anything about it, like somebody on my friends list will invite me. I don't feel like playing with them. I'm trying to stream, I'm trying to vibe with chat, whatever.
Mm.
I'm just trying to be solo. I ignore their invite. All of a sudden they're in chat. Oh, I got egoed by JP. Bro, you want to be saying
I
that if
remember
like
those days,
Yurza's
bro.
like if Yurza's playing ranked or something like that, like you think you're gonna invite Yurza and he's just gonna accept your invite and you're gonna be playing in pred lobbies, whatever. Like
Mm.
there's like certain people that like I totally understood what you were saying there, culture. Like there's certain people that they can choose who they want to play with and everybody's just understanding of it. But yet in my chat, everybody was like, "Oh, well, we should get in some games. We should do this. We should do that." It's like, bro, I
Well,
didn't even know you like that. And if we didn't play before I started streaming, then it's just a bad look for you to be like, "Oh yeah, we should run some games."
and
Like,
this is where I say like that content creation and friends, being around it can honestly be very difficult. And I'm gonna quit being weird about it. Like I'm gonna just say their names, bro. Like Seneca and Nunez, bro. Like they're the perfect example, right? Where it's like it can become very weird because the same way culture said, like if I didn't know you, like I'm gonna just block you because that's how it should be. Like who the fuck is this person think they are talking to me like this? And so
yeah.
it's just instant block, and it's the same way that it should be in chat, right? If someone's coming at you sideways saying some out of pocket, even Alex, bro, Alex, we're talking about the troll of troll, like not serious, most immature, just like doesn't give a shit. I'm being real. All right, we're talking about Alex, and
Can't spell worth of shit. Now put it all out there.
Alex said in
He
my
is the troll of
Discord, and he even said it in a troll way, but like he was still speaking truth. Like Alex of all people, even said it. What did he say? He said some shit like, talking about a streamer's view count is a sin. And
It
it was,
is.
and it's like even he knows that, you know what I mean? And it's like even as much as Alex can be immature and all this other shit that I mentioned, I don't think he's like genuinely think he's stupid. I don't. I think he can be smart. I think he's smarter than we give him credit for, and I think he plays it off. I do. I genuinely think that. Like Alex definitely comes off like a dumbass, but I think he's very intelligent in his own way that he doesn't let people see it. I'm being serious. I'm not
Nah,
like
Yeah. No,
Alex
he's
is
a smart
definitely
dude.
intelligent. Alex
He
is
is.
definitely intelligent. He just don't like to do that shit on the internet. I could like
right.
definitely
And
He just
he
likes to
be
troll
internet.
like a 12-year-old. That's how he gets his
He
fun,
is no, he just
but
like
he
to be
is
happy, bro.
smart.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
but I mean to my point, like there's certain things and lines you don't cross. And like if a viewer
Yeah.
does it, you just insta ban them. And that's where like the friend dynamic comes into play where it makes it weird because it becomes a double standard. Why am I not banning you? Oh, because I know you. Because I'm your friend. I don't and it's like and then they start thinking they can get away with shit. And then it develops into like a very unhealthy, like toxic friendship, quote, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what happened with Seneca and Nunez. Like it got to a point where I started banning them temporarily, whatever, and then it's like, and then real colors are revealed, and real self native. Where you're saying like where you can think you know somebody on the internet, you don't really know them, bro. Like those motherfuckers were stream sniping me consistently every day, back to back game, where I had to start pulling up a fucking block, like a black screen on my Apex, and mute my audio because they were that down bad. Like if I didn't mute my audio, I'd get them every other game because they were doing it by audio. So then I was doing two things in between every game for weeks, bro. Like that's so childish and pathetic, and it's just like you guys are supposed to be the last people that I would expect this type of behavior from, Where it's like the same thing with Diablo, where it's like, dude, you should be the last person talking to culture like this. Like you should be
Yeah.
doing what I'm doing. Like where I like Culture was trying to kind of come at me sideways because he was pissed, rightfully so. But it's like Culture is also an adult. You know, we talk to each other on the phone, whatever, and it was like, bro, like my fault, but like you can't say I wasn't defending you. Like when Diablo started crossing the line, it was like, yo, chill. Like there's some shit you don't say, and it's like
I was
it's
like,
such a weird dynamic, bro, with viewer chat streamer like friend like it's so fucking complex and it gets so weird and it can be very difficult to like where do I put my foot down, how do I work this shit, how do I run it, and you know to be honest like I'm feel like I you know like you say like oh Nate's been doing this the longest, like he probably has a lot of good input, like bro I fucked up in just figuring this out now, like do it now bro. I'm gonna be real, like letting people think that they like, and eventually I had to like get to the point where I didn't show, like I'll say it here whatever, like yeah fuck yeah of course I was irritated, but I got to a point where I didn't show it on stream because I'll be fucking damned if I let some little fucking bitch wanna fucking ride my dick for weeks ruin my mood or my channel or my streams that I've worked years and grinded my ass off and sacrificed so much. I'll be fucking damned if I let you ruin that. And it's just like, bro, I talked to people that I played with regularly off stream. I talked to Famat, like, don't acknowledge it. We don't talk about it. They knew I wasn't readying up right away like they knew everybody, like they knew what was going on. It's like, don't talk about it. We chilling, and it was just vibes. And I pull a black screen up, and I mute my audio and ready up randomly, and it was just like, and I would just keep talking to chat and doing my thing. Eventually, they got sick of it, you know, because I'm not giving them what do people want on the internet,
Yeah.
attention.
They want that reaction. Yeah, they want that reaction from you. And as soon as you stop giving them that, then it's not. And I think that's one, honestly, I think that's one reason why I don't get trolled like as much or as hard, like even by those same people. Well, Nunez, I blocked pretty much immediately from my chat because he did come in sideways on something. I don't even remember what it was, but I've been friends with Cineco for like a while. I mean, even before I was streaming, like we used to play and whatnot, and like I would consider myself like friends with them, or at least casual, online friends, just as much friend as anybody else I have online. But like he just doesn't troll me about that. Like part of it is like I know I suck, like I talk about it all the time, and if you come in like trolling me about my skill level at Apex, like that's not going to be an effective way to get a reaction out of me, because I'm probably just gonna be like, well, you're right, I suck. Like I was talking to Diablo came in to try to start trolling me about that. And I was like, yo, Diablo, I'll be honest, I've just been getting straight clapped up in these PC lobbies, like just day after day after day. I just be getting clapped. Like there's no, it just is what it is. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like I just suck at the game.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, bro, I think like I don't get trolled like that though. Like my viewership is not really like the highest, but like I don't really care about that. But at the same time, bro, people know like if I get pissed enough with the Apex, bro, I'm hopping off, bro. I'm just like I'm not gonna end stream. Like, I'm sure gonna play a
Right.
different game.
I think
Right. Culture be playing like 8 games per stream.
that
Got the
I don't
highest like
feel
game per
it's like at
stream.
least two, bro. At least two.
at least three. You know, he playing Diablo, then be on Minecraft, man. Fucking.
Minecraft.
I
I take a
I
piss. I come back. He's playing Tetris or something. I'm like, what
I
the?
was asking like, should I hop on Minecraft?
I
I need to hop on it though, to be honest. But that's besides the point.
I think that's something that I definitely did to myself that I think was, and honestly, at the end of everything, like, you know, to kind of go back to like what we're saying about being a content creator and what it takes to, and the truth of being a content creator is that like you have to make sure you're doing it the right way, and you have to make sure that you're doing it the right way, financially stable, and enjoying what you're doing. Whatever kind of content you're making, make sure that you enjoy it. And that's where I fucked up on pretty much all of those, right? Because it was like I wasn't financially stable. I was barely scraping by, you know, with what I was making off YouTube for a while. Eventually I got a little more comfortable. I was doing all right, but like I wasn't anywhere near like financially stable. I enjoyed Apex obviously quite a bit, like the way I used to stream back then, but nothing, no game, nothing is forever. Your channel, your content can be forever, but a game is not forever. You might not always enjoy that game, and I did, but I definitely don't enjoy Apex like I did. Nothing close to it. Look at my channel now. Look at my number. Look at what's happening. You know. And then what was the third one I said? Make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you enjoy it, and make sure you're financially stable. So now I'm not enjoying it, and now I also have to accept the fact that I haven't been doing it right. And it's like kind of goes back to like what I was talking about with like posting videos. And I've even mentioned this to culture a
Yeah, I
couple
did want to
times.
talk about that.
Yeah, I even mentioned this to culture a couple times. Like, you know, and honestly, I'm gonna reiterate this to you, bro. Like, if you are starting to take this seriously, you know, the same way you say, "Oh, I'm envious of Jordan," like being 1K, whatever. You're a tenth of my channel, and I envy you. Like dead ass. I'm not saying that as a joke. Like you're a tenth of my channel. I envy you because you have the opportunity and you are doing it the right way. You know, you're not doing something. Obviously, there's a lot you could be doing better. Some things you're doing wrong, but there's a lot you're doing right as well. Right? You know, Jordan's kind of making a joke about it, but like, fuck yeah, play 5 games a stream, play 8 games. You know what I'm saying? Be a content creator, be a streamer. Don't be an apex streamer. As soon as you get that label attached to you, it's a rough fucking hole to get out of. It is a hard fucking hole to get out of. When you get Valorant streamer or Overwatch streamer, you know, as soon as you get a game attached to your name, it's so fucking hard to get out of that, bro. Like even, and you can look at way bigger content creators than any of us combined. You know, you look at Lulu, look at Daltouche, like you look at like the pillars of streaming, like Nick Merckx, Tim the Tap Man, they did shit right. They can go play whatever the fuck they want, and their community follows them. But you look at people like Lulu, you look at people like Daltouche. I bring them up specifically because I actually did watch them. I can say from my own eyes, like I watched their viewers dip, right? Like they were apex streamers. That's where they made. That's where they made it. That's where they made it big. They started pulling thousands, and then Lulu started doing, you know, going the same route I did, where it's like, bro, I don't fucking enjoy this game anymore. And I actually watched an interview with her. Again, this is like I don't like talking about shit that I don't know about. I don't like speaking ignorantly. Like I watched an interview with her where she was talking about it and like how she was fucking terrified to stream something else because streaming, like with the culture is saying, you know, like, oh, I don't really give a shit, like this, that. It's not. There's a mentality that you don't understand when it's not your income, when it's not your breadwinner, when it's, you know what I mean. And it's like she was talking about how scared she was to start going into different games, and she kind of started branching her way into it, whatever. But like, bro, she went from like 2-3 thousand viewers to like 800. Like it's a hard fucking hole to get out of, and it's something that I definitely regret. Where it almost feels like, to a degree, I'm starting over, like as a streamer. Like, bro, I hold fucking 8, 10 viewers, 15 viewers, bro. Like, it feels like I started over, but at least I'm doing it right this time. You know what I mean? Like, I'll play Arma, I'll play fucking Deep Rock, whatever the fuck I was playing yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to learn to go about it the right way. And I've also accepted the fact that I have to start working again, bro. Because it's not unless you like really making it and you already making that kind of like, not like crazy money, but like good money. You need to be working while you're putting out content, and that's where the drive, the passion comes into play. Like, is this something you really want to do as a creator, or are you doing it as a hobby? Because if you're doing it for the purpose of trying to be a content creator, then you need to have a steady income that is not your channel, that is not, you know, your Twitch, your Kick, your YouTube, whatever it is. You are working, you're making steady, consistent income, and you're self-driven enough and self-disciplined enough to be putting out content in a consistent format and spreading that format out, playing other games, doing other things, you know. And so
I think that YouTube, like as a YouTube creator, to me, like that's the hardest form of content creation compared to the other platforms. Because to me, to really consider yourself a true like YouTube creator, you have to be doing videos, live streams, and shorts all consistently. You have to be hitting those three. And I don't even make videos. I've made one video in a year, and I hope to do more of that, but they're not going to be Apex related, so I don't know how that's going to, affect the channel or affect, algorithms and stuff like that. But I want to make other content that's not Apex, and I want to get into making videos. Same thing with shorts. I mean, I was doing daily shorts for probably 3-4 months, and I was seeing good success with that, but then I just got lazy. It's time consuming to get the clips, to edit the clips, to post the shorts. Like it's time consuming. This last batch, I did like 30. I mean, it probably took me combined probably about 8 hours to, get the clips, edit them, from start to finish for all of those. So that's a month. A month I'm putting in like 8 hours into that content form, which is really not a lot, but it is a lot when you have a full-time job. But
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be a full-time content creator, like not only you have to be doing that, I would say at least shorts every day for sure, if not 2 shorts a day, videos, at least 2 videos a week, and then live streams. If you're a gamer,
Ideally,
you
that's
probably
what you
want to
should
do
do.
like 4 or 5 live streams at least a week on YouTube, and then you probably also want to be streaming on, Twitch or Kick or something like that, another platform, because you don't want to have all your eggs in one basket. And so to do all of that and have a full-time or even part-time job is going to be really difficult. So while I respect people that can make a full-time income on YouTube, I don't ever see myself doing that. I really enjoy YouTube. I enjoy learning. I enjoy getting better as a content creator. I look forward to getting into these other mediums, but at the same time, I realize unless I'm making even more than I'm making with my, 9 to 5 job, there's no way that I'm gonna ever be able to switch over. If I'm, because, and why would I? If I'm able to work a full-time job plus I'm making the same amount on YouTube, why would I go to half that income and just do YouTube?
Mm,
It's like, yeah, I could put more time and effort and possibly
mm,
make more on YouTube, but at the end of the day, it's not stable. I've been self-employed before. I've owned my own business. I've been in real estate. Like I've done these things with an unstable income, and with that, I mean, comes a lot of like mental strain that, when you're getting a paycheck every week, every other week, you have that sense of stability. And when it's
mm,
unstable, no matter if you're making good money, I was making good money when I was in real estate until the market changed.
mm-hmm.
But it was still nervous. Like it was still like caused a lot of anxiety not knowing like when my next direct deposit was going to hit, kind of a thing, because I only got
Mm-hmm.
paid when I sold a house. So even though I was making more money, like it's more stressful. So will I ever like be like a full-time content creator and rely on YouTube for my money? I don't see it. I don't see it, but it is a really fun hobby. I enjoy learning, and I want to, grow the channel and have a bigger influence. Because me, like that, to me, like that's the fulfillment of it, not how much money am I going to be able to make at this thing. So,
And I think that's where I struggle is because both of those things you just said has always been a big part of my drive. You know, um, not to get like all deep on chat, whatever. We're trying to talk about like the truth of being a content creator, but like everybody has their reasons for it. Actually, this is this can be relevant if I add another part to it, and I have actually never said this to anyone else, um, or anywhere publicly at all before, but um, I've been that little kid, um, crying on the floor, horrible upbringing, horrible parents, and like listening to Eminem, bro. Like you can make fun of me, whatever, call it cringe or cliche, but like
I mean,
Eminem helps.
cringe.
Eminem helped save my life, bro, in a lot of ways, you know. And ever since like that, like it was a defining moment. Like there's not a lot I can remember from my childhood, all the drugs, bullshit I did. Not a lot of like vivid memories that I can recall. You know what I mean? But I remember that moment. Like I remember sitting in a ball, like just curled up, and like just listening to Eminem, bro. Like Eminem got me. Like I can do this. Like I can if he can come out of all the bullshit he went through with his mom and all the drugs, I can do this. And ever since that moment, I didn't know back then what it was yet. I didn't know it was going to be streaming, but I knew I wanted what you just said. I wanted influence. I knew I wanted a voice to be able to reach people, to speak to people, to be there for people, to give them a place to vibe, to hang out, to know that they're loved, that they can make it too, that they can come through the bullshit. And that became streaming. Now, on the other side of that, as I said, both of the things you said became my motivation because the other one was I've never been smart, bro. I've never been book smart. I've never been college, career path. I was dealing drugs by the time I was 15 years old. I was fucking making money off the streets, like little hustler money, fucking whatever a month, like just doing dumb shit and getting in jail and getting locked up and all this dumbass shit that I was involved in. And you know, I dropped out of high school. Like I barely got my GED. Like I've never been book smart. And so, you know, when I found, you know, the passion of streaming and kind of like remembered that drive of like, yo, I want to be able to reach people, which kind of came back, you know, when I got cleaned up and I stopped getting in trouble and shit, where it's like, how do I reach people? And you know, gaming was kind of popping then, and streaming was popping, and Twitch was popping off, and it was like, all right, you know what, fuck it, let's try streaming. And then you know, the more I started going into just YouTube and streaming, it was like, holy shit, these people can make a lot of money. And I want to be able to make a lot of money. I want to be able to do what I want. I don't want to ever, you know, be poor and broke, or not be able to take care of my family, always being the one, you know, that can't do anything for anybody. You know, Ashley's been taking care of Amy for years, bro. Like Ashley was taking care of all of the kids at one point. Like she had Josh and Abby. Like there's no way in hell I've been in a position to ever do that in my life, bro. And she started doing that about the age I am now, you know, if not maybe like 26, 27. Like that's insane, bro. Like, I have so much respect for my older sister. Like she's one of the strongest women I've ever met, bro. Like dead ass. And with that all being said, I won't say who it was, but I talked to somebody who I went to for advice, successful on YouTube, pretty big name, like in the hundreds of thousands, not you know, somebody you might be thinking of. But he asked me one day why I started YouTube and like what my motivation was. And I told him pretty much what I just told y'all. And he said that's the dumbest reason you could start YouTube. That's like one of the worst ways to start YouTube. That's what he told me, bro. Now, how much truth I take that, I still don't know to this day. I still think about it, but I try and like pull the bad and the good from that statement of like, how do I personally like just because I have respect for somebody doesn't mean they're always going to be right. Doesn't mean I always have
I
to
mean, it
agree with
depends
it.
what you want out of it. I mean, if he's talking about making the most money possible out of YouTube, then maybe he's right. But I really resonate with what you said, because you never know, like, if somebody in your stream is that person crying on the floor. You never know, like, if, you know, there's a kid that's coming in that's thinking about killing themselves. And something that you say in the stream, or just providing, like, that atmosphere where they can kind of, like, hang out and be themselves, is going to make them, you know, want to live one more day. Because I've been there before. I've been there before where, like, I wanted to die every single day. Like, every single day I wanted to kill myself for months. Months
100%.
until I got out of it. And, you know, I'm so thankful to people looking back that, like, had an encouraging word for me, that had something positive to say. And, like, one of those people, like, comes regularly to my YouTube channel. He's another creator, not in the gaming, you know, sphere at all. But like something that he said to me one day on his live stream, like I was literally thinking about killing myself that day, and I came into a stream and I just, you know, I was just like, "Hey Sam, what's up? Hope everybody had a good Friday," or something like that. And, you know, he said to me, he's like, "You know, you never know what people are going through. You know, Jordan came in here with this positive comment, but he could be thinking about hurting himself." And and he
That's
was like, "Don't
crazy.
hurt yourself, brother." He was
That's
like, "You're
fucking
smart."
crazy.
He was like, "You're smart, you're talented." He was like, "You got a future if you just apply yourself, and you can do this." And, like, it really gave me the motivation to, you know, to just keep pushing. And, like, I'll always be grateful for him. Inspirational Nomad. I'll go ahead and plug his channel. But I'll always be grateful for him for that day, because I didn't even say anything like off the wall or crazy, but it's just being able to have a platform and, like, speak into people's life, encourage them. Like, you never know, just you know, being nice to somebody, what it can do. And that's life in general. But I mean, especially on YouTube, like, I would have never met this man otherwise. Obviously, you know, he lives, you know, half the country away. And you know, I'd have never ran into him in normal life, but, like, through YouTube, I was able to connect with them. So that's part of the reason why I started streaming, just because you never know who is out there and who can resonate with your content, who'll connect to you, that, you know, you may not ever like run into otherwise.
I think understanding that to a degree it has to be parasocial is also key to that. And
It
that's
does. It
and
does.
That's to the point of like everything you're saying about kind of like viewers and the
And you can't
friendships
save
and
everybody.
exactly. You can't save everyone, and you also it's about why you're doing it. Like I know, like Eminem will never know who I am, right? But he impacted my
Right.
life, and I'm sure that he is on the same time. I'm sure that he's aware that his music has helped thousands of people. I'm sure he knows that, and as long as that can be enough for you, like if you do it from like a greedy, selfish standpoint of like, oh, I want to know about it. Oh, I want to know, like, oh, like, and you're trying to talk to people, and like, make sure, because I definitely feel like there's certain creators like that, kind of in the Twitter sphere, just kind of like with the drama they involve themselves, and just kind of like, and even like, I don't want to get too deep in that aspect, but like, just knowing that you're doing something good for the sake of doing good, right? There's very few people like that in the world, and in the streamer, content thing, like having that, um, fuck, what was the word you were using again? Reach or
Influence.
influence. Like having that influence, and appreciating it, and also respecting it, right? Because
Yeah.
you look like Gideon, bro. Like I don't think he just apologized just for the sake of like, oh, I fucked up. Like he's the dude. That guy doesn't give a shit about anything. I personally think that he like I think he's a good dude. I do think he's a good dude overall. Obviously, I don't fucking
Yeah,
know
he's
him at
good.
all. I only know him from his content. But I personally think he genuinely knew that he fucked up. I think he genuinely felt bad, And there was all these people who, like, I think it was like a wake up call for him when that whole situation happened, where it was like, holy shit, this is the kind of like power influence I have.
Pokemon situation.
Yeah, the Pokemon situation, like,
Okay,
bro,
okay.
there it wasn't the words that were being said. I don't think they were that harsh either. But it was just the fact that like, bro, I understand what it's like to be a streamer, to be and I don't even know if I want to get into this fucking simp conversation, bro. But I'm gonna just say that quickly. Like that shit pisses me off to no degree. Like if you say anything nice or defensive about a woman, you instantly a simp. And it's like, bro, anybody that knows me or watches my chat, like how I feel about women, knows I'm the farthest thing from, bro. Like stop playing with me. All right. So, but and that's what happened. People that defended Pokemon, oh, they're simps. You're a simping. But it's like, dude, I don't even know the chick, bro. I don't know her like that. I don't watch her. Her content is not for me at all. I don't like her like that. But I know what it's like to be a streamer, to be going about your day, and to just like, I've never been like genuine rated by like real people, but I've been bot rated. That was a thing. Like y'all remember the fucking the shit that come in, it used to come in the chat. I don't really have it anymore. I don't know if YouTube's like up their security or whatever it was, but like the AI shit that like come spam racist shit, whatever. Like I had a
Yeah,
very
I don't know what happened to
small,
that.
I had a very small fraction of what she had. And again, I'm very empathetic, so I could understand it. Where it's like didn't matter what was being said, but imagine you're just chilling with your chat, streaming like you do. You know what I'm saying? Like just vibing, having a good time, and then you have thousands of people spamming the same shit, and you just trying to chill with your chat, your community. Because even the big streamers, bro, even Pokey, as much as I don't watch her, I know that she like picks messages out. She tries to be, talk to her chat, whatever, but she can't see it. All she sees is the same stupid shit from like. And I think he genuinely
I mean,
knew
it's
that.
basically like the equivalent of being stream sniped by, in a like gamer context. Like, bro, I'm just trying to play the game. You guys are coming in here being dickheads.
Yeah, and that's a great way to put it. It's um, I think he genuinely knew he fucked up, and I think as like even my chat again, like kind of like what we were talking about with the 5K memes. I know I keep bringing that up, but it's like, bro, like yeah, I am. I'm not gonna deny it. Like fuck y'all. You either like accept it, like it, don't leave my chat. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna play this rhetoric or let chat control me or gaslight me or guilt trip me into letting my chat be a certain way that it's always been, because we grow and learn every day, and we learn to be better people. And I'm learning to be a better person, to be a better streamer, to realize that my community has influence, small as it is compared to a big, known streamer. I have influence. I have a responsibility to handle my chat a certain way, to make sure my chat is a certain way. And this is kind of like, we talked about this when it was getting really bad, like when all the banned meme shit was going on and stuff. Like we talked about this off stream, where it was like, bro, I wanted a chat where people could be themselves and talk shit. I never wanted a chat of bullies. That was not my goal.
Yeah.
And that was something I really had to like learn and kind of like, it's a dangerous path, bro. People, that's another thing people don't know about being a content creator. Like when you really start getting into it, there's shit you just kind of do, or like, oh fuck it. Like even Famas right now, like how Famas is doing his thing, saying some of the crazy shit he says on his show. I don't know how long his channel's even gonna last. I'm not saying it as a joke. I'm being dead ass. I don't know how long his channel lasts before that shit.
He's on right now.
That shit's gonna get deleted, bro. That's just gonna get deleted. Like I'm being so serious, but
you gotta learn today. You're gonna be a kick streamer.
Even if he wasn't doing shit to the level of where he could get deleted, the point stands of like him doing the crazy because it doesn't matter. It's a hobby, blah blah, whatever. I got 5-6 people, but bro, you keep doing that and consistently, and going live, and eventually it's like one day you gonna look at your chat and go, holy shit, I have a community. I have 30, 50, 100 people watching me, and they all along those lines of what I've allowed, of what I've created, and it's just nothing but like toxicity and like just gross, like I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to, you know what I'm trying to say though, right? Like it's like, if you have to be very careful with how you develop your community and your chat. Like there's a fine line that I feel like between being able to be toxic and talk shit and be a bully. And that's something like, even now I feel like I'm still trying to figure that out, bro. Whereas like sometimes certain people still be pushing limits, and it's like, dog, like I'm not.
Well, do you think that like part of the like banned meme thing, because I mean I've noticed this, like one of the things I noticed as soon as I started streaming almost is it can very quickly turn into like a chat versus you. So it can very quickly feel like a mob. Like the mob is just ganging up.
Yup.
And people that are in the chat, they don't even notice. Some of them don't notice, some of them don't care. But I think a lot of them don't even notice. Like they're just going along with the joke, and they don't realize that they're actually like
it feels like a gang mentality come at you.
And it's just like, bro, like first off, this is my stream. Fuck all y'all. Like, and it can be like very.
But then you're the bad guy when you do that. But then you're the bad guy.
Then you're the bad guy. Then you're the guy that's sensitive. Then you're the guy that can't take a joke.
You gotta be the bad guy, bro. But you gotta get your point across, bro. Not let somebody disrespect you, bro. It's your place. It's your setting. Don't let somebody like just off the internet just disrespect you. Now the whole fucking vibe is fucked up now.
Yeah, but it can start subtle. It starts subtly about, oh, Nate's a bot. Nate can't hit his shots, and then all of a sudden it's, oh, how come Nate's hard stuck masters? How come Nate can't finish his boost on time? How come Nate, it turns into some real shit at some point. Like Nate said, there's a line. It's like, oh, okay, it's funny, I whiffed a clip. But then it's not funny when it's like he's been grinding for 12 hours and didn't finish a boost on time. And then people in chat think that's hilarious that he's got to, refund some money to this person because he didn't finish the boost. Like, then it's not funny to troll about. Like, and there's a big difference in between like those two things. But
people
it can just easily get out of hand.
Yeah, because I think it was like the one time he didn't finish the boost on time. I told him, bro, like I wasn't trying to joke about it, but like that's also a thing about like when you just a viewer perspective. I said like if I was good enough, bro, I would fucking help you out, bro. Like I would generally try to help him out to try to finish the boost early.
Oh, you're saying like if someone was in chat, like a viewer?
Yeah, and I was like saying like, you got onto me about it, saying like, bro, it was like I'm not gonna say it like fully, but he's saying he thought I was trying to make fun of it, but like nah, I told him like I was saying like.
Oh, I remember that. No, I know what you're talking about.
Really good enough, bro, I will help you.
I thought you were good, like with Jordan, and see that's where it can be hard to differentiate in text. Right. I actually remember exactly what you're talking about. I thought you were trolling and like going along with it, the gang mentality, where it was like, oh, if I was good enough to like help you, I would help you. Like that's how I read it. Like I get what you're saying now, talking to you, but when I read it, it was like, oh well, if I was good enough, Nate, I'd help you.
That's why, like now, I try to like make it known, bro. I don't try to troll, bro. I keep it 100 every now.
Okay, don't lie. We're not lying right now, Mr. L. This L. Like, don't say you don't troll at all. Like,
no.
You violated me like 2 days ago, bro. No, come on, bro.
I try not to troll. I'm talking shit, but like troll as in general, bro. Like that's the beginning of the stream. Like, yeah, I'm just talking shit, like right there, or I'm trolling or whatever. But like in general sense, bro, I don't try to troll. Like
Here's the
it's
thing, though. It makes you so jaded. I mean, even after 1 year of YouTube, like it makes you so jaded as a streamer sometimes because you really do expect the worst. You expect
Mm-hmm.
that once like the mob mentality starts, that everybody is gonna be
You
included
start
in it.
getting used to it, bro.
And you expect when other streamers come into your chat, especially if they're a little bit smaller than you, whatever, that they're just gonna try to use you for clout, and you get jaded. Like I remember even when I very first came to Nate's community, I was like, damn, this guy's like really uptight about self-promoting, like when he's only got, you know 4,000 subs. At that point, I wasn't a streamer. I didn't realize the work it actually takes to get to 4,000 subs. But to me, it's like, well, it's still a really small channel. And I was like, the fact this guy's just like so uptight about self promoting, like I don't get it. Like, even mention YouTube, and it's like I'm up for self promoting or whatever. But it's like now that I've been doing it a while, like I get it because you do get those uh maggots that come in. I know we're on kick, but I don't want to get clipped. You still get
I don't
those
give a
kids
fuck.
coming in, like
I
you
don't-
still get those kids coming in self-promoting like their channel, and it's like it just gets really old after a while. I mean, I had a viewer come in day before yesterday, and literally a brand new sub, and his first comment was, "Yo, are you looking for somebody to play?" I'm like, and like I used to just be like, "Oh, thanks for the sub." Like I play with subscribers on Saturday. I do customs or whatever. But now it's to the point I'm like so jaded. I'm just like, bro, why are you coming into my chat and the first thing you say is, "Are you looking for somebody to play?" Like, bro, I got 10 people watching me right now. You think if I was looking for somebody to play, I would just be waiting for your random ass to come in, never seen you, don't know you from Adam. Meanwhile, I've already got these people sitting here watching me play. You see me in lobby, I've got people on my friends list that are on right now, but I'm waiting for your random ass to come in and ask me to play. And I'll just call them out. Like, bro, I don't even like thanks for the sub, I guess, but if that's your energy, like I don't even want you here. I don't even care about the sub. Like unsubscribe at this
That
point.
is what I
Like,
was talking
what's
about
wrong with
earlier
you? Like,
with small streamers, bro, and not taking it serious, and the difference between hobby, that right there. Like fuck the viewer. Like in the most respectful way, chatting for or in the most respectful way for those watching, for those that will see this, fuck the singular viewer. Fuck them. And that is like arguably, in my opinion, in my 3 4 years of content creation. And honestly, I'm glad you brought that up. Like, and I'm like honestly, I take that as a compliment. Like genuinely, I'm glad that's how you felt about it. That you could see that because guess what? That means everybody else saw it that way. And that is something where there's a lot of things. I can't just be a dick to myself. I gotta give my credit for some things. And some of those things are that as much as I fucked up certain rules and certain dynamics, there were also some things that I did very right. And that is setting
wait, saw what way?
the like self promo. Like, oh, this
Oh,
guy's so uptight about it.
yeah.
Like, fuck yeah, I was. Because I didn't give a fuck about a singular viewer. I ran my shit like the Savage chat. Like it was like, bro, I don't give a shit about you. I don't know you. Like even bro, and this just happened recently. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I had someone, I don't even remember his name, which might be kind of fucked up, but my short term sucks. But this was literally like this week, like last week. There was a name that like I'd see around. Like I can't recall the account name, but like he's been around for like a year plus, and I banned him like off rip because he started saying some shit about my viewers and like damn bro really fell off, and like that isn't what, like I'm not gonna ban him over that, like whatever, like you want to be a dickhead. That wasn't what made me ban him. What made me ban him is he said some other shit and I like obviously responded to him and like talk my shit like whatever. And uh I mentioned something about like trolling about a streamer's viewers or channel, or like I kind of gave him a little bit of history. Like obviously I was upset, so like I gave him some context. Like, look, bro, my life is hard right now. It's been rough. Da 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 da. I was like, you really shouldn't be coming in here sideways. Like I know you. I've seen you around. Like I don't know why you just coming in here like coming off like that off rip. Like if you want it, that's how you want to be, bro. Just leave. Like I'll help you. Like I'll time you out. You want to keep being a dick? I'll just ban you. And
Right.
his next comment was like, bro, really want to ban the few subs he has left. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Bye, bitch. Like you think like I banned him so fast with that, and that I think is arguably one of the biggest mistakes of smaller up and coming streamers. is they just
Yeah.
let them get away with so much, bro. I yelled at Alex for this so often, bro. Like that, like I used to talk to Alex a lot more than I do now. I'm granted I don't really talk to a lot of anybody now. I'm hard for me to talk. Besides the point, but I used to talk to Alex like semi frequently, bro. Like me and him played a lot more together. Whatever. He was in his up and coming like streamer vibes,
We're in
YouTube.
like season 7 or so, or
Okay, so yeah, whatever. Like earlier season, a couple seasons ago, you know,
right.
and I would get so mad because I honestly I had a lot of hope for. Like I told Alex he should stream before he started streaming. We can always say Alex is extremely skilled, bro. He's good at the game.
Oh yeah.
He's funny. Like I was like, bro, why are you not stream? Like stream, dog. You already playing 8-10 hours a day. Like come on, bro.
Right.
But like he started streaming finally.
You love this game. We know it.
But then he let all like his chat used to be nothing but 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds. And it was like, bro,
Yeah.
and then he would complain to me. Like we would talk all stream and we'd talk and like, you know, talk about streaming and YouTube and the game, and it was like, dog, look, you're stressed, you're annoyed, you can't play as good because you're letting your chat fucking run your shit. It is your stream. It is not chat's. I was like, fuck those viewers. If they don't want to listen, ban like it was so hard for him to ban people back then. I don't even know how much he can still ban people now. I'm gonna be real, but like back then it was almost impossible. Like he could not ban someone. And
I mean, he banned Vinny for a while because he was tired of Vinny trolling. He banned Vinny for like I don't know how long it was, but it was at least like a week. I mean, it was more than just like a day. It was a while until I guess Vinny eventually like reached out and sent him a message on Discord or something. But he said he was like, no, he only comes in here to troll, and I'm
that's
just tired
good.
of
Good
it.
for him, bro. Like dead ass. Good
Okay.
for him. Yeah, I did the same. I bet the only reason Benny's the same thing. The only reason he's on ban right now is because he messaged me. We talk, whatever. It's all right, bro. Like I'll leave it for now. But just again, like you only get so many chances. You know, he wants to keep playing. Eventually, I got love for him. And that's another thing too about like banning people is it doesn't mean you hate them. It doesn't mean you have any malice towards them or you wish misfortune upon them.
Some of
you
them I
just
do.
you just don't need. I just don't. Let me not say yeah. I speak for me personally. I don't need that energy in my chat. I don't need
Right.
that shit in my community. You don't want to listen to what I'm saying. You don't want to respect me as a streamer, as my fucking channel that I work my ass off for. Bye. Leave. I'll grow my channel accordingly with people that support me for me and people that respect me. I'm not gonna let my shit run me because I'm scared of losing a viewer. Oh my god, a sub, a viewer, like, and it's so annoying, honestly, like how scared it feels like so many like small starting out creators can be of like they don't want to ban people. And honestly, I feel like there's a purpose for that where it's like an ebb and flow of like the trolls know that they're not going to get banned and they seek those couple hundred subs, you know, 2 viewer streamers because they know they can get away with it and
Right.
they can say this out of pocket shit and they're just gonna they just get a free pass because it's like, oh, I'm not gonna get banned, bro. Like I'm come on, man, I'm watching your content, like I'm just trolling, I'm joking, like I'm here, bro. It's like, no, dude.
Well, and that's like, some people are gonna just have ulterior motives for supporting you, and I'll be
100%.
like, I was even
100%.
noticing this, or I was even talking about this on YouTube, which I probably shouldn't have, but like some people will literally just be in your content just because of other people in the chat. Like they don't
That's
support your
fair.
content, they don't really care about you. They're only there because they know other people from
Do
your chat and
you
they
does
want to
that
talk with
bother
them. And
you?
it's like they used to,
Okay,
they
yeah.
used to,
I was gonna say it doesn't bother me.
but
I'm aware of that, and it's and to me that's part of like what we were talking about with reaching the kid on the floor. Like if I can provide a place for you to meet these people and you want to come to chat, I don't like hell, I'm doing my what
I'm
I wanted. You know what I mean?
I
Like
mean, I've just lowered my expectations for what I expect for viewers though, because some people it's like that they have been in my chat, and I feel like have supported my comment. Some of my content, some of my top, supporters, I would say, like I got really upset. This was a couple months ago. I got really upset because like I banned somebody. I'll say who it was. It was Bloom. I don't care. We've patched things over since then.
Bloom,
So I,
Blum,
I Bloom. It's
Bloom.
pronounced
It's
Bloom.
Bloom.
You're the only one that calls him Blum,
but we're
but
talking about the same
it's all right.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Phoenix. Yeah,
Okay.
Phoenix Bloom. But anyways, I banned him over some stuff that happened in customs. It was stupid. Then he wanted to. It's neither here nor there. I had banned them, but then it's like all the people that were like top supporters in my chat, I noticed were like over in his chat and just like acting like everything is cool. And it's like they know like what he did to me. They know that I'm pissed off at him enough to ban him. And he was, I mean, he was in my stream every day at that point. And I didn't care because I felt like he disrespected me, which he did. And he didn't apologize. He didn't have any type of remorse. So I banned him. But everybody else like that was in my stream, I'll say names. I don't care. Jazzy was the main one, but it was like other people that were also in my stream were then going into his stream. I don't know if he still streams now or whatnot, but
No,
he was like just starting his channel or whatever, and they would be in there just cutting up, joking, whatever with him, and it's like I don't, at the time, like I expected more. I was like, and being native talked about this plenty of times. Like, if you're not cool with somebody, like I don't think that
that
you
means
should
that
just
you
let
have
them
to.
in your chat type thing. And it makes it kind of awkward at times. Like, I mean, even now, like it's kind of awkward with like Seneco. Like when Seneco and you were in the chat at the same time, I'm
I
like,
was gonna bring that up too. I was
yo, I
definitely
was
about
like,
it.
oh, what's gonna happen? Like I'm caught in the middle because Seneca's never done anything wrong to me. Like I know that he's done some shit to you, and like y'all can't see eye to eye. You don't want him in your chat anymore, but at the same time, like he's never done anything wrong to me. Like he's always been cool when he's in my chat. So like I have no reason to get rid of him other than I know that he doesn't. Y'all don't get along
See,
anymore or
and
whatever.
that's
But
really
it's like
never
tough.
have to
Like now,
like
I don't
ban
even
people
like
though.
now. If that same thing happened, I have such low expectations for viewers. It's like, yeah, of course they're gonna do that. Whatever, they're gonna go to his chat, get their hours up, whatever, get their coins up, like whatever, support another streamer. Like that's just how the viewers are, man. They don't
see,
care. They don't care. They're just wanting to see the content. They don't care who's beefing with who doesn't like who's disrespected who.
mm-hmm.
Like they're not real friends. Real
But
friends would.
the streamer is the differentiator in that equation, and that
Can I say this though, real
yeah,
quick?
go ahead.
Um, See, when you banned him, I was playing with him at the time. I didn't even know what was going on, and I don't got the full context of it.
You're talking about
Of it.
Blum.
Yeah,
Uh,
but even then, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just stay out of that. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm gonna stay out of that. Even like I know Jordan like on a not on like a full personal level, but like he's like the homie, so I'm not even feeling like go to him and be like, why you banned him, like whatever. I just said like, hey, you got banned in his chat, you got banned, bro. You can't ain't nothing I'm gonna do about it. I'm not gonna fix it. If you did something wrong, then you just gonna have to go to him to side for
Yeah.
so what I wanted to say on that, like this is again like I said, bro. The more we talk, the more like there's just so much you can talk about with being a streamer, where it can definitely be very difficult when you're an up and coming streamer, when your chat is small enough to see every message. Even for me, even when I was holding 60, 80 viewers, like I was very good at reading chat, bro. Like I was, to me, that was still seeing every message. Like 60, 80 viewers, that's still a chat of where you can see every message. And when you're in that stage, right, like you said, we have talked about this a lot off stream with like quote unquote beef with different people or viewers or streamers, and it becomes very weird when the streamer, like your homies, and then there's people that are not banned in their chat, they're banned in your chat, and it's like that whole like parasocial real friend online, like that's where everything starts getting weird, bro. And that's where it's like for me, like I had to like suck it up to a degree, because it's like you're right, like Cynical hasn't done nothing to you. I'm aware of that, and at first, like, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely had to take a break from your stream because I knew he was there, and it was like I had to kind of give myself time to breathe, whatever, and kind of tell myself what I just said. But like, you know what, Cynico didn't do anything to Jordan, and at the end of the day, as fucked up as what he did to me, it wasn't like drastically personal, threatening. You know what I mean? So it's like it wasn't the severity of where, as a man, I can be like, you know what, Jordan, like the fact that he's in your chat and you're okay with that, like that bothers me. Like it can bother me, but it's not my place to say it or hold anything against you, because there's the severity is not there. And that's where I was gonna say, like, you can bring up like what happened with Diablo recently. Like the severity was there, and I texted multiple. I texted you. I've texted a couple other people. I'm not gonna name them, but like people I really fuck with was like, yo, this shit just kind of happened. I'd appreciate it if you step back from him, because that's severe. Then that's where I feel like that line is kind of pretty
Because
obvious.
even with that situation now, like what happened recently, I'm like, I don't even think bro really learned what he like actually
I think
did
he
or
did a
learned from
bit. I think he did a bit.
I still kind of don't, cause like even then, bro, you still not gonna like talk like how you talk to me. But at the same time, he's young. I ain't gonna like put too much thought into it. But at the same time, bro, there still gotta be some level of respect. Cause even like on the outside perspective of streaming, you're supposed to be homies. You're not supposed to just be disrespecting your homies like that. Even or like talking out their name, whatever like that. Is it still shouldn't be a thing.
Regardless of the stream. No, what I mean,
Yeah.
and that's what I mean though. Like with where that's where I feel like it's necessary and okay to talk to other streamer friends about certain things where it's like because they don't know, they're not mind readers, you know what I mean? And I'm not a woman, I don't expect them to read my no, let me stop, I'm just kidding. But no, like I'm gonna communicate it, I'm gonna speak it, I'm gonna be like, hey yo, this shit happened, this was serious. So like
Well,
bro.
and like even on that, like I didn't even know all the context. I mean, you told me what he had said, but I didn't know any of the context. So I'm like, okay, like how serious is the situation? Like, is he gonna show up? I mean, I don't really know Diablo like that. I mean, y'all are both know him better and play with him. And when I play with him like a handful of times, like with other people, but I mean, I just don't really know Diablo like that, and he's not really in my stream like that either. So it's like you told me that, it's like okay, well. So do I just like ban him the next time he shows up? Or are we just like getting him out of all these chats? Or are we just like packing him up, like smoking on that Diablo goaded pack, like what's happening here? But then like it wasn't even but like 2 days later or something like that. I saw him like back in your stream or whatever, and like, okay, well I guess it blew over. He apologized or something. But at the same time, it's hard to keep up with like all the like drama and stuff that goes on in the community. So that's why like eventually I realized like the Bloom situation, like not everybody even knew what all happened, and like they didn't even know how I felt about the situation. They didn't know all the context. And you can't expect everybody in the community to know about all of the drama everywhere, especially another streamer, because we don't have time to, you know, we barely have time to like pop into another chat sometimes. I mean, I have 2,000 hours in Nate's chat, but since I've started streaming, it's probably been like
Mhm.
300 maybe,
Yeah.
versus, yeah, 1,500 the year before or whatever. So, um, I mean, it's tough and it's tough to keep up with everything, and you can't like. What
Well,
I realize myself is like I can't hold these people accountable. I can't expect them to know everything, and at the end of the day, like I can't really expect them to stand up for me as if like they were like a IRL homie or whatever.
I mean, I kind of disagree with that part, like the IRL homie part, because I think Sinico and Nunez definitely taught me that I have to be more careful about who I call my real friend. Um, but it doesn't change the fact that I can have real friends that I've never met in person yet. Because like we all know, again, not to try and like get off topic, but like we know how hard my life was. We know I don't have nobody around me. I don't have nobody around me. I haven't for years. I don't have no friends. Even when I was living in Colorado, bro, where I mostly grew up, where I spent the most of like my early years, 18, 21, 15, 16. Like I spent a lot of when I was living back there, when I moved back, I had no friends. Like I've never had IRL friends. I didn't know how to have them. I didn't know I was in a bad life where I didn't know what a real friend was, you know? And I think people like and honestly like I'm not trying to just hype you up culture, but like culture and people like culture and Brandon that I've known for like 4+ years really taught me what a real friend was. And that's online. Like I've never met this dude, bro. I know I'm going to one day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going to Brandon's wedding now. Like those people taught me what a real friend can be. And I think, maybe kind of getting blinded by that almost kind of let what happened with Seneco and Nunez happen. And if anything, that was just kind of an eye opener of like, okay, well, I have to be a little more careful of who I really open up to because I really did relate to Cynical a lot, especially Cynical. I'm not gonna put his business out there, but like, we talked, bro. We definitely talked. Like there was a reason I considered him a good friend. Like there was a reason for that, and with the shit we talked about, like I really saw like my younger me, like in who he was now right? And so it's like, that shit definitely hurt, but it's like it's just a learning curve. It doesn't mean like one if and that's something I've learned a lot. If I've learned anything out of my fucked up life, that's definitely one of the things I've learned. Like streaming aside, is that um one bad thing, or multiple, in my case, bad things, does not mean that something good can't come out of those same things or those same situation. People, you can't say all people are bad. Can't, like, I hated people for years. I was an angry fucking person. I didn't want to be friends with no, I didn't want to be close to nobody. I didn't want to date no girl. I didn't, and that's a bit extreme, but like, you get my point, right? Like, it's like, you can't just say that it can't happen or that it's not the same. Like, I appreciate culture. I appreciate Brandon, even you to a degree, bro. Like, I've talked about you. Like, I definitely consider you a real friend. I say culture and Brandon specifically because I feel like the evidence is there. Like, I've known them for 4 fucking plus years of my life and consistently stayed in touch with them. You know what I mean? But like, in the same regard, like, I wouldn't call you like an IRL friend. Like, oh, that's my boy, that's my friend Jordan. Even when you're not there, I'm so people talking to me about different stuff, and it's like, yo, yeah, like, I look up to you a lot. And it's like, because someone mentioned it's actually Diablo. It's funny. It was Diablo that was talking to me and Coaster about like age difference, and like, you barely older than me, bitch, and like da da da. Like, what are you? And it's like, bro, that don't mean shit. Like, Jordan's barely older than me, and I look up to him a lot. Like, I respect his intelligence. I don't, doesn't mean we always agree on everything, or I completely like his brain is mine, whatever. But it's like, I respect your intelligence. I look up to you kind of almost like an older brother thing. And it's like, I know you're there when I need somebody to talk to or like get advice. Like, I know I can hit you up, and you're there for me. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really try and differentiate that, like the IRL versus the online thing. But another thing I want to touch on too, that I don't even know if you realize that you said, but this is another part of where I say that the up and coming part of being a content creator is very difficult, is the fact that you said community. You realize you said community? You didn't say communities. You said community. Because it's your community, it's my community, it's Alex's community, it's culture. But when you're a smaller content creator and you have that small knit group of streamers and homies that play together, it kind of gets twisted into one community, doesn't it?
Yeah,
It is.
it does.
And I mean, I'll be the first one to admit there's not very many people in my chat that are unique to my community. Like, one thing I'll say about Alex, and maybe it's because of his skill level and he just brings in like those different viewers, like, there's really not people that are just like unique to my community. There's people that are in the community that spend more time in my channel than I'm their, main streamer, so to speak. There's people like that, but I mean, I can't think of anybody that's just like off the top of my head that's just like, oh, I never see them in anybody's stream except for mine. Lurkers probably, there's probably lurkers that are like that, but as far as like active chatters, I mean, they're in other streams too, and that's just the nature of YouTube and how the recommendeds work and all of that. Um, but I mean, yeah, it's the same, it's the same core group that we're all associated with. And it's funny because it's like a group of streamers, because I mean, even like Atrium, like, there's probably like more Iridium, there's probably more crossover between like Nate and Iridium viewers, just because Nate plays with Iridium more. But like, as
Mm-hmm.
far as like in my stream, like, none of them ever come to my stream really. Which, I mean, maybe it's because I don't play with them or whatever, but like, even in my YouTube analytics, like, um, one of my, like, it'll say like who your viewers watch other than you, and like, always one of the top people is Owl. And like, I'm really barely ever in Owl's stream. I like Owl. I think he makes good content. I'm just never really in his stream. His schedule
Mm-hmm.
doesn't line up, whatever. I'm just not in there that much. I don't know that many people from his community exclusively, but still, like, it's got to be the lurkers that are frequently like watching his videos as well. That's all I can really think. But
To kind of bring us back to the point of the podcast, the topic of it, I'm curious, Coach, because I haven't really seen necessarily what you're talking about, but like, also when I even first texted you about the podcast, you're like, oh, I'm not holding nothing back. Like, I'm talking my shit. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Like, I'm curious what you meant by that because I feel like you did mean something by that, and just kind of like I know you've been getting like tight to a degree about like certain stuff going on in your chat and like getting away about it, and it's like to me, I feel like I do a really good job because I have so much experience being the one that's the streamer of like knowing where the line is. Like where I'm gonna fuck with you, but I'm not gonna say something that I feel like needs to not be said. But then it also feels like you've been getting mad offended lately, so it's like and now you're way earlier we were talking about like were you saying I'm starting to take this shit more serious and stuff like that as well. So it's like where are you at with streaming, being a content creator?
So,
Why are you being like talk to me about
so I've been taking it serious for like I say for like a while now. So that's why like it was like a while ago. I pointed out because it started like a whole little conversation in your chat. But I got really, I wouldn't say I got offended, but it should definitely like irritate the fuck out of me. When I asked like, hey, um, if me getting on Twitter and start being consistent on Twitter, is that possible for me as in general to get my name out there like that? And instead of like just getting a yes or no answer, 'cause I said it afterwards. I said like it was just a yes or no question. I'm getting, nah, bro, you're just not consistent enough or whatever like that. Then it's just started a whole little uproar, fucking Jordan talking about his situation or whatever like that, content, and Alex talking about him. All I asked was just a simple ass fucking question. I ain't asked for like you're just not fucking consistent or whatever like that, bro. I just asked, is that possible to get my name out there? That's all I really wanted to know. Then I'm
mm,
getting, then
I think
it felt like I was really I'd say in a sense, I don't know, a respectful way to say it. But I just say nobody really just took me serious type shit. That's why like I always say it now, like I don't think nobody fully take me serious for real.
yeah,
I think there's a disconnect between like what you think is consistent and what Nate thinks is
I
consistent.
was
So
gonna
maybe it would
come
help if like Nate more like defined what he thinks is consistent streaming on YouTube.
um I'm gonna be honest, maybe it's partly my fault, like maybe not my fault, but like my ignorance. Like I'm actually about to pull up your channel right now so I can see because like I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush or try and be all soft about it. Like I'm gonna just talk to you like a
Nah.
homie. I'm gonna talk to you like a man. If I'm being real with you, I don't take you serious as a streamer as of now. And it's not to say because I don't see you have potential
And
or
that's
like
fine. And you know
but
what though?
but
And you
wait,
say
let
that
me
too. Right,
let me
right.
talk. Let me
But as
talk.
it stands though, as it stands, when you kept saying that shit to me though, it took me a while to even like from a homie to like not give a fuck about that.
But take accountability, my dog.
I am taking
You said people
accountability.
don't take you serious. Make them take you serious, and that's why I said
Right.
like, if you want to be
That's why like
consistent,
now, bro.
if you want to
Okay.
do your thing, and like what Jordan just touched on, like okay, what's and bro, I've had this conversation with you years ago. It's the same shit because you've had and this is again part of why I say like respectfully, dog, I don't take you serious because you've had these same spouts of you even talked about it earlier. You said it yourself, your own words, like, oh, I did my little 50 subs, whatever, and I took a break. I had to finish school. Understandable, do your thing. Oh, I hit 200 subs, and I stopped, and then I am back, and then now 500 subs. Like, bro, make up your mind. You want me to take you serious as a content creator. You want other people, fuck my opinion. You want your community, you want the algorithm to take you serious as a content creator. Be serious as a content creator. Even if you're doing it as a hobby, you said, "Oh, I'm kind of doing it as a hobby, little thing, whatever." Make up your mind, dog. Like in the most respectful
Said
way possible.
in the beginning, right? I'm gonna cut you off on this one. But in the beginning, I took it as a hobby. But when I
Okay.
said like afterwards, when I graduated from high school, whatever like that,
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I started taking it more serious, whatever, because I had more time. I didn't have to worry about school, whatever. So I started doing that, and I started gaining subs, whatever like that. I started gaining good viewership, whatever like that. But I had to stop because my internet was terrible. I can't stream or whatever like that. I think at the time I was console streaming, and it just at the time I'm like, what, I had to get my own internet, but before then I couldn't even fucking stream on like what, four fucking 360p, bro. I couldn't even stream on that. I couldn't even fucking play the game half the time. So I had to wait till like I started actually making a decent amount of money at my job that I was at, and so I just started paying for the internet. For like, well, I got my own because now I'm at like what, Spectrum. I still at Spectrum, but then that's when I started
It's not
streaming more or whatever
pre-recorded.
like that. That's why like now I had to start taking, I'd say, mental breaks, bro, because I started like I still be consistent to this day for me, in my opinion, because
Look,
I a little
So, in
strict.
your opinion, you think that you
the
are consistent right
algorithm.
now, but Nate is saying that he doesn't respect you as
That's,
a
and at the
streamer.
end of the day, that's fine.
So,
The algorithm doesn't care about
well,
your mental though.
let's try to get something useful out of this, though, Nate.
Yeah, and I'm
What
trying to
would
get something. And
what
that's
would no, I know. So, what would it take today for culture to do for you to take him seriously as a content creator, or start
I
taking
was
him
gonna
seriously?
say that before you cut me off, but I was letting
Well, I'm just making
I was
sure
letting
we're on
I
the
was letting I was letting the
Nah,
homie
go
get
ahead,
his emotions out.
just say
Like,
it then.
okay,
Just say it
so
then.
look, it's the same thing I told you before, bro. The algorithm, like, and even Jordan's touched on it. He's been extremely consistent. You said it yourself. You envy him, but in the same way, he earned that shit, dog. Like, you think he's not struggling, he's not dealing with shit too. And yes, even internet, I understand that one is a reasonable, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, that's a valid reason.
obstacle.
It's a reasonable obstacle. I get it. Internet is the most, like, you just can't. There is no way. There isn't. I won't it. But even if you're internet tweaking, make a video. Like, besides the point. Like what Jordan said, as of today, what do I see you doing? The algorithm does not care about your mental. Doesn't care, bro. You really want to start taking this shit serious. Even me, and I'm talking to myself with this shit, but it's like I have a following again, like where I guess you could say I'm fortunate. Like, I mean, I definitely worked for it. Um, but like, I've been going through it with my mental and dealing with shit, and the numbers speak for themselves, bro. Look at my channel right now. You could say I'm a serious content creator because I already have the quote unquote following. I got 10K something, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like my numbers are nowhere close to what they used to be, bro. Because the algorithm doesn't care about the mental. The same advice I'm giving to you, the same thing goes for me. You want me to take you serious as a content creator,
I mean,
do
that's what I
shit that
said.
like
Like
Jordan's saying.
now,
Like, if you saying now, like, you got good internet, like what Jordan said, what do I see you or need from you to take you seriously? I was actually looking at your channel because it was like, all right, I'm not just gonna talk on my ass. Like, you got some of this shit like where you solid. It's the same. It's a day ago, a day ago, a day. But then you have breaks and splits, and then it's for some reason you didn't stream for 2 days. Then you didn't stream for 3 days. Then you didn't stream for like you have these weird like hiccups. I don't know what else to call it, but like where you're not like if it's 3 hours, bro. Like when I really grinded, I've told this story so many times, bro. I was working 50 hours manual labor, made myself stream 5 hours a day, made myself stream 8 hours on Saturdays. Maybe would take a Sunday off. Almost never. Did that shit for 8 months, bro. If this is really something you want, make the time for it. Make it, and at the end of that's the bottom line. Make it a priority. I understand you got a girl now. You know what I'm saying? I understand you got a house. You're
and
working on shit. Make it a priority. If it's 3 hours a day, bro, stream 3 hours a day. Within 3 hours, you should be able to get a clip. It don't even have to be a good clip, like as in like a 1v3. It could be funny. It could be some stupid shit. Like whatever. In 3 hours, get a clip. Make a short. I'll teach you. That ass. Like I'll
I mean,
take my
even
time and teach you. It's not that complicated. I don't know what software
right,
you're using. I'll
right,
show you how to make a
and
short. Like it takes if you want to
and
make it.
I got my own way of making it short, whatever. But at the same time, bro, and see, that's the thing though, where people start saying like they don't know what to really do for like content creation, or they just burn out because they're not having fun. But see, I don't find this as a hobby, but I still like want to go to like my job, bro, and still have some sense of joy into it. So
That's
yeah,
where I say
there might
that
be.
you. Sorry, I'm gonna take my turn of cutting you off. That's where I say that like you doing it the right way as far as playing other games. Keep like that variety shit you be putting in your titles, bro. I fuck with it, and it's a good idea. Use the Apex thumbnail. You've grown your channel, 500-600 subs, whatever, as an Apex channel. Which honestly, that's probably the thing I hate most about YouTube, without a doubt. That's easily my biggest beef with YouTube. But like, keep that Apex thumbnail. When you start your stream, make sure you're putting Apex as the game you're playing, right? But as long as you throw that shit in your title, fuck anybody calling you clickbait. They can't. Keep that variety shit. And if you not, what you talking about, enjoyment, whatever. And honestly, another suggestion I would give you is pull clips out of other games. Pull shorts. That's what I did with Among Us recently. And I want to start doing that myself as well. Like, where it's like, again, I don't want to be stuck on Apex, dog. And I was honestly so nervous to post that. Y'all realize that was the first short I think I've ever posted that was not Apex? Y'all realize that? In my years of content creation, like, shorts came out a little while ago, whatever, and like I never posted a short of anything non-Apex, and I was so nervous, like, how that was gonna do. Like, is it even gonna get picked up? Is it gonna get wide? Like, like, I was nervous as hell, bro. But like, that's the kind of shit I need to see. And honestly, this is a great example too. I'm sorry, I don't want to keep comparing you to Jordan. Like, I don't like comparing people, but he's a good example. Like, I'm constantly seeing noties on my phone for John Pond09. John Pond posted a short. John Pond posted a short. John Pond's live. John Pond posted a short. I get a live for you where it's random. Is it like almost daily? Sure, but it's just like, it's so random, bro. Like, and we're awake at the same time right now. We've been on the same sleep schedule, and it's like, I don't will culture be live today? It's not. I don't know if Culture's gonna. Bet I know Culture's gonna be live. I'm gonna pull up, say what's up, because I be vibing with you, bro, in the mornings when I get off work. Like, I fuck with you as a content creator. You got that vibe going for you when you're live. But it's like, I don't always know when you're gonna be live. I don't be seeing no type of commitment. That's what it is. At the end of the day, there's no commitment, bro.
You don't see the commitment, bro, and that's why, like I said, that's why I kept saying it took me a while to just not give a fuck about how you feel about me. At the same time,
I'm trying to help you right now.
Hold on. Because at the same time, I have to also not just take your word as like, damn, this is like cement for me or whatever. And so I just did my own thing. Yeah, I'm not consistent with like how Jordan is, just posting shorts every day and streaming. Yeah, but at the same time, bro, I'm just doing my own thing right now, and I'm still trying to be consistent as I am right now because I'm still trying to move for like right now, for like personally, like to my other house, or whatever. 'Cause I still got pack up some stuff, but at the same time, yeah, I don't want to stream every single fucking day because I know for a fact I'm gonna burn the fuck out.
Then make it, but okay,
right,
so
right. Hold on. I'm not done. But at the same time, I still make it to where I'm still consistent, where I still pull a good amount of fucking views. So okay, I might not stream whatever. I still treat it as a job, whatever, where I might work 4 or 5 days out the week and I just take 2 days off, whatever. Like that. I still want to have like a personal days to myself. Yeah, the algorithm might not fuck with it, but I'll still take it.
So that's what I was gonna say.
Just take the same days off though. I mean, like,
that's what I was about to say.
I try to always take like Tuesday off so that that just day works for me.
Said, like,
whatever
normally,
day it is, just pick one day, take the same day off, and then people will know. Okay, well, JP doesn't stream on Tuesdays. I know he's not going to be live. He might take Wednesday too, but it's fine. Like, even if it's only a 2-hour window, and sometimes you start earlier, sometimes you go later. Like, I know that when I am going to stream during the weeknights, I'm going to be live my time from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. A lot of times I start earlier than that. A lot of times I'm after that. But in the middle of the stream where you're going to get the most views and you're going to get recommended the most when other people are clicking on videos is in the middle of your stream, once you already have that engagement, once you already have a good amount of likes. So make that time the same every day so that people can know, okay, well, I know 8 o'clock.
Can I say something, Coach, please, before I forget? Because I want to touch on that. I fully respect what you said where you say that, like, you can't take everything I say as cement, and that's valid as fuck. It's the same thing I said for the guys that I talked to that were, a couple 100K subs, right? Where it's like, just because they successful, whatever, don't mean it's gonna work for me or everything they say is truth. But some things aren't a personal opinion of truth, but are fact. Meaning, okay, that there is a fact towards how the YouTube algorithm works. So, like what Jordan's saying, I respect you. You know that it's gonna burn you out. Good, you're self aware. Don't stream every day, but take the same days off. Like Jordan, that's literally what I was gonna say. Consistency does not mean like Nate was and stream 7 days a week for 10 hours plus. It means, okay, if you know you're gonna burn out or like, and that's the thing. This is like, honestly, I'm glad we kind of talking about this because this is the core and the whole thing of this, what this podcast was meant to be, of just how difficult it really is to be successful as a content creator because it's all self-discipline. If you want to take the same days off, take the same days off. If you move in, if you work in your regular 9 to 5, figure out what days you can stream, won't stream, and stick to that. And I promise you, bro, if you do that for a month, literally, because that's what it is. That's another thing with the algorithm. A month is what it takes for YouTube to really start registering your schedule and pushing that, like, oh, hey, Big Man Culture is going to be live this day. Big Man Culture is going to be live. It takes about a month for the algorithm to register that. And again, like that's not like a huge amount of time, but it's not like a small amount of time either. This is how difficult it is to really be a content creator. You do what I'm telling you to do for a month, and I promise you, you will see your views go up. You'll probably see organic views. You'll see viewers that have not been in my chat type shit. Go live. You know, don't go live Tuesday, go live Thursday. Don't go live Friday, go live Saturday. Whatever it is, you know? And it's like, and like I have different times on my off days and my days I work. Like if you work graveyards as well right now still, right? So like you coming home, you streaming in the morning, that's good. Then you go to bed, go to work. If you're off and you know you're gonna stream at a different time, start making that consistent. Viewers love to know when their streamer is gonna be live, especially recurring viewers, especially if people really fucking with your content and they want to come watch you again. You need to make sure it's your job as a streamer that they know when they can come back. Oh, this guy's funny. This guy's a vibe. When I want to, well, all right, cool. Is he gonna be live tomorrow? Oh, well, wait, why isn't he live? And then they lose interest. You have to hold that interest. People lose it so fast. Like,
And other people are on a schedule too, so your viewers are on a schedule as well. So whether they're
yes.
watching you at work or during their commute or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
if you can hit those key times in their days, because they're on a schedule as well,
Mm-hmm.
they'll tune in every day. Like if they really enjoyed your stream, they'll look for the next day. And if that next day they're also riding the bus to work or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna tune in that next day. But the second thing you start messing that up, then they're gonna lose interest. Then they're gonna find another streamer. Then they're gonna watch something else. Like it's very, very difficult to hold people's attention, and that's why YouTube rewards creators for that are able to do it through AdSense, because when you're in the business of content creation, you're literally in the business of cultivating an audience's attention. Like we are literally attracting people's attention, and then
Mm-hmm.
advertisers are just paying because
We
they
have
know that
an
they
attention
can
audience.
piggyback on that attention. So you can't hold somebody's attention if one day you're there, one day you're not, one day you know uh, you're streaming while they're working, the next day you're not, that kind of a thing. And they're not gonna, until they like really get to know you, they're not gonna be able to make concessions in their schedule. Like they're gonna be watching YouTube when it's convenient for them to watch YouTube. They're not gonna go out of their way, like Nate said. He wouldn't just like pause his anime just to watch a new streamer. Like he's not gonna pull up YouTube and get recommended somebody and pause his anime for that. The
Mm-hmm.
only reason why he did that is because he already knows me. He already knows my content. Like, so that's why he was willing to be there. So, I mean, when it comes to like pulling new viewers, I don't know. That's just that's
People.
my assessment of it. In the short time I've been streaming.
That's
Right.
honestly a really good way to put it.
That's
Like,
why. That's why I say like I'm already knowing like most people don't respect me as a content creator, and which that's fine with me. And yeah, I say it like every now and then because like yeah, I just want to like saying like that's how I feel about it. I just want my viewpoint to be known about it. But at the same time, though, I don't let that shit affect me how I used to. Cause that's why like I usually took like my mental breaks because that was most of the reason why I did it. But at the same time now, it took me like a while to be like, okay, if these people, bro, are not putting money in my pocket, bro, then I'm not finna stress about it.
Hey, but you sound like you're being defensive when I'm not trying to like
I'm
criticize.
not being defensive. I'm
I'm
listening to
literally
you.
trying to give you advice, like, and just keep it a buck with you as your friend. Like, I'm giving it to you in the most straightest way. Like, this is what it is, way possible. I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm not trying to say it to be insulting. I'm not saying it
Right.
like the same way I said. Like, there's lines that you don't cross. Like, even Alex knows it. Like, you don't talk about viewers or sorry, a streamer's view count in a way of making fun of it, whatever. That's not what we talking. We talking about it in a way of how can you get more? What can you do to be like the streamer? People to see you as an. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro, and it's not even just me. Like what Jordan said earlier with community, right? Like people are intertwined with us, right? And they go to different streams when someone else is not live. Like I do be in your stream, bro, and there's not that many people you typically, again, this is not insulting in any way from the other communities, if we're not live, even if you're the only one live, and there's a reason for that, and I'm trying to help you understand the reason for that. I'm not trying to come at you sideways or whatever for your numbers. I'm saying if you want to start being serious about that, I'm trying to help you understand where you could make it where people, you are like, you're one of the streamer homies. You're one of the people that people know they can go to and be like, because right now people don't know that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Is you can keep saying this thing with like, oh, like this is why I took my mental breaks, or people don't respect me as a streamer, and
No,
I don't give
like
a
that's
fuck
why like
about
I
that.
listen.
Like,
I take your criticism to it. That's also a thing as well where I say like I'm not holding my punches, whatever. It's just I'll think that like I can't take criticism. That's what I also didn't like as well. I was like, I'm taking to what y'all saying, so I'm listening and understanding and like processing what y'all saying, and I'm taking it to heart what y'all saying. At the same time, it's not like I'm getting defensive over it. I just like earlier, right? I just don't like to get cut off when I'm not really finished with what I'm saying. That's just me personally as a person. I just don't like that
yeah,
shit.
okay.
But at the
I,
same time, it's just yeah, I'm not the best person. I'm not the best content creator out there. I'm not the most consistent in your terms, but I'm still trying to be consistent.
You don't have to be the best, bro.
but the whole,
Just do
but
your
that
best.
whole, but that whole thing culture, and I think like why this keeps coming up is because your actions don't match your words. Like you say that you want to take it seriously, you say you want to get better as a streamer, you say you want to improve, but then like people aren't really like seeing that change. Like, okay, well, if you're not gonna take Nate's advice, like take somebody else's advice at least. Like, make a change in your content and your schedule and these things. Like, otherwise, like people are just gonna think, oh, well, culture does just take it as a hobby. Like, he's not really trying to make anything of it. He just kind of streams for fun. Like, I think that's what Nate is saying. He doesn't take you seriously as a content creator. I think you're a great content creator, and Nate thinks that too. So it's not that you're putting out bad
It's not that
content,
you're,
is why
yeah,
he
it's
thinks
the
like you're
consistency.
funny. Like you're funny. Like I come into your stream, it's a vibe. It's funny. Like you do a good job engaging with chat. But the reasons why people don't take you seriously is because we don't.
Know when you're
People don't
live.
see
We
you
don't know when you're
taking.
live.
Yeah,
I
or is
mean,
culture going to be live today, or this time, or that time?
I mean, I say it a bunch of times. That's why, like, you say like when I'm live, I'm always live. Like now, you saying like we on graveyard shift, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's still the same time. It's either I try to be live like around like 9 something or like around like 10 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
It's not no drastic date. I always end like around like 1 something.
The time is not as important, like for the algorithm. Like if you schedule like 9, 10, the hour difference is not as important as the daily. Like, and again, this is
Right.
like with Jordan.
And I'm listening.
This is like what we were talking about. Like, if you go and take days off, that's fine. But I cannot like reiterate enough how important it is for the YouTube algorithm for there to be consistency, and that includes time taken off. That's where it's like, if you taken, because like, bro, I just looked at your channel. Like, all right, I'm really trying to help you. If you want to take days off, that's fine, but make it consistent. I look at your shit and it's 3 days, 4, which is good. But then you randomly, there was 3 days you didn't stream, and then 7, and then there was randomly 4 days you didn't stream, and then there was 2 days you didn't stream. It's very random, and that what I just said about the month, right? Like where the YouTube sees like starts registering it within a month. All right, so the same way that it sees it and will push it out is the same way that it sees it and won't push it out. So if you're so these times that you have when I look at your live streams where you're doing a good job, you're live, and if it's a day off, whatever, you're not. But then it's 3 days, and then you're live, and then it's four. YouTube also sees that, and then that week or that those 4 days 5 days is not enough for the algorithm to want to push you out. So if you're taking the same consistent days off and you take Wednesdays off, whatever it is, don't fucking matter, make it consistent, give it a month, YouTube will see that. It can't be these random 4 days 3 days 2 days that I'm looking at, and it's just it's random. It doesn't. The algorithm hates randomness. It doesn't like it. Consistency is probably one of the biggest things for a YouTube
Right.
creator.
And right now, I'm still trying to get my schedule situated. Well, it's not like it's not difficult, but it's still at the
Mm.
same time. I still got some personal shit going on and stuff like that. I'm not gonna put that out there, but
I mean, that's fair. It's
but
just
yeah, it's just bro. If I can be live in the morning time, bro, consistent, bro, then I am. But um I'd say it was like around that one time. I couldn't train for like a month or whatever like that, right? Because I got them strikes. I couldn't. Ever since then, bro, I couldn't do much after that.
being communicative with your audience is really important too. Like,
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
the thing, though. Even if you get the strikes, bro, you can't post nothing.
no, not the strikes. I'm talking about you said you have personal shit. That's cool, bro. Make a post, make a video, take a little. You remember I used to post like little fucking selfie videos, dog, all the time. It'd be like that's part of it, especially when you're up like chat wants to know, your community wants to know what's going on. They want to know that you're gonna be back. They want to know you're gonna be like, hey, some shit happened. I can't be live today. I'll be live this time. I used to post shit like that all the time. Post little selfie vids or like community posts. That's what it's called. Like being communicative can also play a big part in your audience, like keeping that attention. Again, it's attention. If your audience doesn't see you live and it's like, oh, why isn't oh he posted a video, or oh he posted a community post, oh bet I'll be in the stream tomorrow. Cool. Like it's not,
Yeah.
they know they have that attention. Like talk to people. When I moved, like I was posting videos, obviously talking about it. I think I posted like at least 2 videos around it. Like within the span of a month, I made sure I posted like 2 YouTube videos around like the moving situation. That hey, I'm gonna be taking time off. I posted like a big community note on YouTube. I posted it in Discord. I posted it in Twitter. I was taking selfie stream, like keeping that attention, letting people know what's going on. You don't have to let people, if it's some personal shit, like you say, that you don't want to put out, that's cool, but tell people what's going on. All right, we're not going to be live this day. I'm going to be live this day. I'll be back this day. Like, people just want to be informed.
Okay, and that's understandable. And which I'm still am trying to like still be consistent to this day. I gotta get like the right schedule for me now. Even then though, even when I do fully move, I still gotta find another job and I gotta set myself for that schedule over there as
Mm-hmm.
well. But even then,
I mean,
I still gonna try to have my same little off days.
honestly, like do what you're doing now, like real talk. Because I mean, you do have a lot going on. The moving and shit. Um, like do what you're doing now. Stream when you can. Talk to your audience. Post shit. Like I'm saying, and then I'd say like because you do have a lot happening where it's like I would say maybe don't try and commit to anything crazy right now, put too much on your plate. Like wait till you settled in your new house. You do got that other job that you got to find, whatever. You got your internet set up and your setup gets moved out there. Like at that point, because like right now I have understanding for you. I get where you're coming from. I get what you're saying. But when you get to that point, when you get moved in and you get your shit set up and you got your internet running. You told me it's fibers. I don't want to hear no internet excuses. You know what I'm saying? My boy on that fiber though, but like. There's no yeah, exactly, bro. I better see your beautiful black ass in 1440, bro. Like I don't want to see. There's no more excuses at that
I don't think
point.
I'm going through 1440, but it's definitely
Nah,
gonna
it's
be
not
1080.
necessary. It's not necessary. No, there's
It's
so many
definitely not
people's phones
necessary.
don't even run that shit, bro.
It helps for like TV viewers.
Yeah,
That's about
TV
it.
viewers is pretty much it, but
That's funny though.
That shit. But yeah, but it's not gonna be long. I think I'm gonna fully move in like early July, which I only got like what
That's this
fucking.
month, cuzzo. What the fuck?
That's
I know.
today.
That's this month.
I said I know. I
You
said
moving in
early.
this
So I
month?
said early July, right?
You
So
got
I said like
furniture in
all I
that
gotta
bitch yet,
really
or
move
what?
in.
You got furniture in that bitch yet, or what?
Yeah.
Like you got your bed in there and shit
Bro,
already?
yeah, I already told JP, it was like a while ago, but I already got like most of the appliances, whatever I got. It took me a minute to find a couch. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't well to find like a decent looking couch that go with the house,
Right.
whatever. But right now all I got is my fucking clothes right there and fucking my bed. That's really all I got.
Hmm.
But I think really what I'm gonna leave here is just some bullshit I might not take with me. But but yeah, I am trying to find a schedule that goes with me. I am still streaming like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays, whatever like that. But like I have like figured out like I just don't like streaming on like Wednesdays and Thursdays. Which every now and then I try, like I do. I still want to have like consistency to it. But at the same time, I still try to take like days off, which y'all
Take
said
those
like
days off, bro. You're not
yeah,
where you're at right now.
yeah,
You're not obligated to stream that many days. If you want to take 2 days off, fuck it. But keep, if anything, I would say keep those days off. Make it a kick day.
right. That's why, like y'all said, like y'all need to have like the same off days, which I was like, that's also true, and that plays like a lot to it. I need to have like the same off days, and I need to put that into consideration.
Yeah. Well, and consecutive days too. Like so if I decide I'm gonna take 2 days off a week, I always take like the consecutive days off. So if I usually don't stream on Tuesday, but if I'm gonna take 2 days off, I won't stream Wednesday as well. Like there's no point in like taking off or streaming on Tuesday and then taking off Wednesday, streaming on Thursday, taking off because if it like to what Nate was saying, like day by day, like the algorithm will recognize too. So if you stream one day, then don't stream the next day, then stream again, like it's hard to build up that momentum, and it makes it seem random. Even if you're always taking off like Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's gonna seem random because like you're on and off, on and off. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
That's just what I do. But but it's gonna depend on your work schedule. Like one of the reasons why I picked Tuesday is that was just the best work schedule. It's like Monday I could get through it, but like by the time Tuesday hits and I've got like a full week of work and like we really get into it, I've got a bunch of like meetings and stuff like that on Tuesdays. It's like I want to come home and just relax. So I mean, part of it's just gonna depend on like your new job and your new schedule, like what works out best for you. I would recommend to be able to have a mixture of weekdays and weekends. Like you don't want to just like take off the whole weekend of streaming. I don't think that's a good idea, but um if you can have a mixture of weekdays and weekend time that you're streaming, to me that's better.
true, true.
Man, talking to culture really got me like thinking about my own shit though. Like real talk. I've been struggling so bad mentally and just dealing with so much shit. And I'm paying the price with my numbers and just. I
I
mean, a
mean,
lot
it's
of it
easier
like
said than done. It's easy to say, look, pick a consistent schedule, go live, be entertaining. Like it sounds easy.
it
But then when
does.
you when you start to actually try to do it, when you look at yourself and be like, have I really been as consistent as I want to? Have I really been putting out good content
Right.
Well,
consistently? Because you can go live and be in a piss poor mood, and nobody's gonna want to be in your stream. You know.
Right. That's also where I'm like trying to like not be. I'm not trying to be like fucking Stan 2.0, bro. Where I'm like putting out fucking just vibes, bro.
wait.
No, He's a fucking toxic ass person, and that's
What
a
did he
good.
say? Oh, what 2.0?
I'm not trying to be saying 2.0. That shit
Oh
just.
my
I'm not.
god, he didn't. I ain't even heard that
I'll
name
say
yet.
though, he in Saiyans' defense, he's kind of rebranded himself, and now that he's on Kick, he is a lot different. Like he handles himself much differently. Like he's actually learned a lot from like everything that he did on YouTube and all the people he pissed off and all of that. He actually has like learned and changed.
He's not gonna come in my kick chat
I
talking about his kick stream, right?
Well, you have to. Here's the thing, Nate. On Kick, like self promotion is more of like the culture. Like it's not as people don't see it as disrespectful as like they do on YouTube.
I don't give a fuck.
But no, he's probably not going to come in your Kick stream. But and he
Yeah,
rarely
he
comes in my
wild.
streams when I Kick either. But the point is, like he has like reformed himself to a bit. Like he even has said it before. He's like, nah, I used to be an asshole here. Whatever wants to come in, like I don't take it seriously anymore. Like I was an asshole to people, and I think he is trying to be like a better person for what it's worth. I mean, that's
Well,
all.
good for
Like you
him.
can't.
Like,
I mean, you can't like. You can't expect people to be perfect. All you can expect is that people learn from their mistakes. And so I see him
Which
putting in
that's
that.
understandable though. Like when I say like I ain't trying to be Sam 2.0 or whatever like that. I'm just saying like I know I'm in a shitty mood, bro. And I don't want to stream because like people gonna feed off of that or just hear that.
Yeah.
I think it's
No, that's true.
I think it's definitely fair to give yourself days off to attempt so that doesn't happen. Because I mean, to be honest, like we've been talking for like 3 hours, but now that I'm thinking about it, we really haven't touched on that at all yet, which is like just how mentally draining streaming can be, and that kind of like facade of pretending. Because and this is where like it's a I feel like it's a very fine line, but like there's some bitch on my stream the other like weeks ago, month ago, a couple months ago, whatever it was. My memory sucks, but like some random bitch come in my chat, bro, talking about like, oh, this is one of those streams, and like I wasn't even in a bad, like I know I'd be streaming in bad mood sometimes, whatever, but like I wasn't even in a bad mood. I think I was maybe saying something a little deep because somebody like again with the whole like influence thing and shit, right? Where it's like if someone talking about some real shit, I'm not gonna be the kind of streamer just like instantly shut that down. Like, how dare you ruin the vibes of my stream? Like I'm not gonna. I might have been saying some shit, but I remember like I wasn't in a bad mood. I was vibing, whatever. And this bitch was like, "Oh, this is one of those streams where you're like always down, or you're sad, like a sad stream." I was like, bitch, who? Like, what? Like, get the fuck out of here, you know? But at the same time, it's like, there's definitely a large audience that think the way she does, or that person, that viewer did, where it's like, nobody wants to watch a sad, sappy streamer, you know? It's not where like, there's a lot of different, how do you say, like, avenues that people travel to, uh, resonate with something in their sadness. They go to like almost always, for me, like it's music. People go to music or they go to anime or stand up, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Like people go to different things. I feel like streaming is not something people go to in any way for sadness. Like that's not, maybe to like, maybe they're sad and like they want to be cheered up, but that's my point. Like they don't go to a stream for sad. You're sad, you listen to sad music. You're sad, you don't go to a sad stream. You know what I mean? Like you go there to be picked up. Like, and it can be very difficult to find the median of being a genuine streamer, not wearing a mask, but then also being those good vibes and that's where it's kind of like it's different when it becomes your paycheck, and it kind of, you kind of have to like separate the two of, how do you say, like, leave your problems at home type shit. If you go to your job, your boss is always telling you that shit, like, um oh, leave your personal problems at home, whatever. So I guess the question would be like, if I go to work, like my, like a regular job, and I leave I'm stressed and pissed off and whatever, I got shit going on, I just go to work and like, all right, whatever, like, how you doing, sir? have a good day. Am I being fake? Like, am I? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm smiling and fucking, joking around with people or customers or regulars, am I being fake or am I just doing my job? You know what I
To
mean?
a
So,
degree, but nobody said that to be a streamer you have to be genuine. I mean, there's look at Dr. Disrespect. Who even knows what that guy's personality is, right? It's a character. So, I
see,
mean, sure, there's a certain brand of streaming that you can try to be genuine, but there's also really successful streamers that they're just putting up a character on screen.
it's funny that you mention him because he's one of my least favorite streamers.
Well, not everybody's gonna resonate with him, but I don't know how many people
But
does he have,
for what you
watching him
just
10,
said,
20,000.
that's why I personally don't like it. Like
Yeah.
what? 100%. He's very successful. 10, 20, 30,000. I'm not. You can't knock it, right? Like it's working for him. But personally, that's exactly why I don't like him. Like I want to be someone the audience can resonate with, be genuine, rage, talk shit, whatever. But like that's why I say it's like maybe yeah, you're right to a degree. Am I being fake? Sure, but it's like finding that it really is on you, right? Because and this is where I say like maybe you're being fake to a degree, but am I really being fake if I pretend to be happy? Because it's not my chat's fault, unless it is. We've had our times with the Savage chat, like where chat was going crazy or whatever. That aside, but if I'm having personal problems and I go live, it's not my chat's fault I have personal problems. It's not my chat's fault that I'm in a bad mood. It's not their fault that I'm pissed off or I'm sad. They expect me and to kind of dip into it a little bit, but like people can hate on us if they want, but I genuinely this is my belief. I feel like to a degree when you're a man as a streamer, for me that plays a part in it, bro. Like it's the same shit. If you're a man, right? It's your responsibility to be the caretaker, right? It's the same way like I'm fucking raising two kids that aren't mine, bro. I'm responsible for this shit. I have bills that I shouldn't have to pay because this is just me stepping up to the plate. Like I'm being the man in the situation. It's the same thing. It's a similar thing, right? Where it's like if I'm in a bad mood, I'm pissed off. It's irrelevant. My chat is expect the same way I'm on Culture's dick about it. Like if I'm supposed to go live this day, then I'm gonna go live this day, and I just gotta, put out those good vibes. Maybe I'm a little quieter, whatever, but it's like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm fine, chat. Like, nah, it's chilling. And that's something that I gotta learn to do better, honestly. Where it's like, it's my responsibility to have a good mental health. It is not at all the fault or chat's responsibility to cheer me up or have me in a good mood or
Right.
chat not to, especially with the way that I've grown my community. Like it's a yin and yang, bro. Like there's a fault of mine. Like there's a part where I can say the fault is mine, right? Which is like letting chat go too far, not respecting my word. And that's the main bottom line is if I'm in a good mood or not, my what I say if about certain things. But on the same side, at the same time, if I'm in a bad mood, things that I would normally let slide, I can't. That's not chat's fault. So it's like it's a balance. It's a
That's
difficult
not like
balance for sure, but
like I know like there'd be days, bro, where like I like take like them days off, bro, where they're like I should be consistent on YouTube, bro. I just be like I just need a mental break to myself. It might not even be because of YouTube or whatever like that. It might just be because of personal shit. But if I want to be successful on YouTube, I can't just keep taking random ass mental breaks stuff. Which that's
mm,
on my fault as well on my end.
that's something I definitely had those times too.
Yeah, because like
Fucking
there was times,
pressure. I
bro,
didn't
where like
stream for a week,
I didn't
bro.
want, bro, like I didn't want to talk to nobody, bro. I didn't want to like associate, bro, nothing like that. I didn't want to talk to some people, bro, at my job for real, bro. But I was like, fuck it, bro.
I mean, I think there's like a line where I think all of us want to have the brand where we are genuine with our communities, where we're genuine as a streamer, but
Mhm.
you only want to be genuine up to a certain point. So like me on stream, you know, I might be 80% genuine, but me keeping that 20% back of, oh, I had a bad day, I'm really stressed out, I'm not in a good mood, whatever. Me keeping that back is really to protect the brand, is to protect the community. It's not because I just want to be
I like
fake. It's
that.
not because I don't care about the community. It's the opposite. I do care about the
I
community.
like that a
I
lot.
want to attract new viewers. New viewers aren't going to come in like, oh, when a new viewer
Yep.
comes in, like that is such like, so somebody clicking on your recommended stream because they're watching somebody else and they're brand new viewer, that is such a small percentage of people that you'll get that click through rate. Even top YouTubers have a very small click through rate. But to lose that opportunity just because I'm having a bad day is not good for the brand, is not good for the channel. And so there's only a certain point that you can actually be genuine with chat, and you still have to keep in mind that, you know, privacy, other things like that. I mean, religion, politics, there's, you know, depending on your viewpoints on certain things. I mean, I hold my viewpoints back on a lot of things. Nobody knows my 100% religious views. They don't know 100% my political views, and that's done intentionally. I don't mind it coming up in chat as long as people are respectful, but I'm also not going to share 100% of myself to stream because I care about the brand, I care about the channel.
Good way to point that up.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna definitely try to
I
end
think
it
she'd
here.
do it.
I need to go eat respectfully. I'm fucking starving.
All
Yeah,
right,
I need to
brother.
eat too. Haven't had anything today.
I'm probably gonna make something to eat too.
I just really drive to fucking Chipotle or some shit like that. I'm not really sure what the fuck I want to eat.
Oh, bring me a burrito, dog. I ain't had Chipotle in years. But nah,
I think
this was
I
sick.
want a quesadilla from Chipotle. That sounds good.
I don't even know how to rate on Kick, or I would, but
you gotta at least have like five.
You
I
have
think
to have
five.
5 viewers.
okay. Well, I still don't know how to rate.
Yeah, you just have to go to the dashboard thing and then press host.
Host, stream, session, activity.
Host channel and the quick actions.
Oh,
Host channel, and then you can type it in. If you follow them, it'll like pop up if they're live. If not, you can like search.
oh, okay. I think I hosted it. Do I just end my
The
stream
host.
now?
So if you just press host, they'll just automatically like go.
I think I hosted it.
Boom. I just hosted saying.
You're a funny man. You're a funny man's bro. Alright, well.
All
GG's,
right,
boys.
boys. Y'all have a good one.
Yes,
Much
sir.
love.